Hello everyone, welcome to the College Chess podcast. I hope you're good. First thing first, guys, as always, please kindly like the stream so that it can attract more views. And also, guys, if you've been subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will be very helpful, guys. I need more subscribers so that I can reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So those are watching on YouTube. If you've been subscribed, make sure subscribe to the channel. That'll be very helpful. Those are watching on X. Please kindly come on YouTube, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. So we have Dante in the house. Dante, before I get back to you, big up, bro. How are you?
Big up to Bego. Yeah, not bad, thanks. Yourself?
I'm good, thanks, bro. Can't complain.
That's good.
Okay, let me read some comments from Rich Money Makers. It says, big up the legend. It's meltdown in the boardroom at Chelsea, but our coach will now be uh, using everyone in the team according to my source. Everyone hit the like button and subscribe. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. And also it says the sporting directors are stubborn, but I am. Let's see what will happen, bro. A lot of fans doesn't want to turn on the team because we are in tougher and we are with young team. They know this is a they are following the Arsenal project 2021, but Arsenal getting knocked. I don't care about Arsenal, to be honest. Out of two cups has been put pressure on them, showing that this project doesn't work and could gain more millions going into the Champions League, but the sporting directors are idiots. Yeah, big up rich money makers. Hopefully can turn things around. So, Dante, how have you been, bro? Dante?
Bit of time off as well, and sorry, yeah, I've got connection
100%.
issues. I think again. Yeah, I've moved to the back room again, and it struggles at the all the way at the back of the house. I have to get a router extender, one of those router extenders, I think, because otherwise it looks like it struggles back here. But yeah, I've been
Yeah.
good. Yeah, not bad. Just watching everything. We're just keeping an eye on Chelsea, of course. While we have perspective as well, waiting to come back with coach and doing quite a bit behind the scenes. But yeah, not bad at all. Just happy that we turned it around and we actually won against West Ham. That was very important for the whole of Chelsea, I think.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And also, before I forget, thank you guys for supporting my channel because now I'm able to receive a super chat, super sticks. So if you like to support the channel, you're most welcome to do that. And also, you can be one of the members if you don't mind. So yeah, the channel is growing now. I'm thankful for that, and also thank you, Dante, for being part of that.
My pleasure, and it's very well deserved. You're a good guy, and you have Chelsea at heart, and you love Chelsea, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So let's go through the comments from Enzo Maresca's press conference before we talk about the game more. So Enzo Maresca said, Mark, unfortunately, it's a bad injury. Nico is better. He could be available. He could be a risk. It doesn't look like a long injury. We're still waiting for Mark. It doesn't look like a short injury. Rome is still out. Rome is still in the process, long way to go. So overall, my question to you, Dante, since the general transfer is now over, and you haven't addressed the striker issue, now Mark Gay seems like it's going to be out for weeks or months. We are not sure at the moment because we saw the game against West Ham. He was laying down. Seems like it's a bad
Mhm.
injury. So overall, are we going to have Nicholas Jackson only as our striker?
Yeah, I knew when he went down. he hyperextended his knee. I could see it. So it's probably around the month, most likely something like that. But yeah, for him, that's bad news because he was probably going to get a little bit more minutes. But he'll be back once the Conference League starts, and we know he'll probably play there quite a lot. So I don't think he was going to play too much. Maybe in the Premier League, maybe would have got 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. But now, unfortunately, he has to sit on the sidelines. Yeah, look, we've got Nkunku that can cover that area. As a false nine, probably a bit better than actual striker. Can drop a bit deep. Um, we've seen Palmer play there before. We've seen him play in as a false nine last season as well. Did okay, couple of games didn't do that well, but I think he had 3 or 4 games that he played as a nine as well last season. So there
Mm.
is some options there. Of course, we've got in the under 21s, we've got a couple of strikers there as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's just bad luck for McGee because, like I said, he's probably going to get a few more minutes. Jackson is Jackson. Look, he's gone. He's gone from. He played actually very well before he got injured in that game. He actually played very well. He created chances for our guys. So he did actually well what he normally does. He didn't do too bad, but unfortunately he got a bit of a knock. Yeah, I think he'll be probably all right. I think he'll probably miss a week or two, maybe max. He should be back. But we've got people we can cover, like I said. And Kunku's hungry, ready to go. So hopefully he takes this opportunity because this is going to be his chance. I think the next couple of weeks, I think he'll be starting. So we'll see how he goes.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, I think in Gungu now, this is his time to showcase that it's going to help us to secure the top four, even win a conference league. With the FA Cup, to be honest, I'm not sure that we're going to win it because a lot of teams look stronger than us. So we'll wait and see. So Rich Moneymaker says we have we after we after to use a false nine by using a wing. Which winger will you use? Personally, it's a false nine. I'd rather use Cole Palmer there. So I don't know about you. Who would you prefer? Thank
Yeah,
you.
like I said, Cole Palmer can do that job, no problem. But Nkunku can play that false nine pretty well as well. If he drops a bit deeper and doesn't play as an actual striker, it actually could work better. So it's an extra guy in the sort of 10 with Palmer there. He'll drop a bit deeper. I think that could work. And then you're adding another attacker, you can add another attacker to that lineup as well. So another
Mm.
wide player or that can play in between the lines. So look, there's options there for a game or two. There is options there. We've got a lot of quality up front. So as we know, up front hasn't really been that big of a problem. It's been a little bit, but it's more at the back that's been the problem, in my
Yeah,
opinion, than the actual up front. So I think we'll be all right. We should be for 1 week. We should be fine.
yeah, 100%. And also says we could lose this game or it will be a meltdown, which with the Chelsea fans. At the end of the day, bro, as much as I want us to win, I think it's a cup competition, so anything is possible. So hopefully we can go with a strong team to win this game. And also we have a lot of injuries, so it's going to be tough if we play our strong team. But again, we'll wait and see. So now it says 6 to 2 months. I think it's talking about McGee. And then Richmond Mika said he prefers Sancho there. Now I prefer Cole Palmer or Nkungu, to be honest. But Nkungu needs to give more even to play the first nine. So Cole Palmer, for me, I think is a perfect guy to play that role.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think Cole Palmer. We've seen Nkunku play as a striker, and he hasn't done well at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen him play as that false nine, a bit deeper. We've seen it as a 10, but we haven't seen him as a false nine. Maybe it could help, but I think with no striker up front, I don't think he'll suit him because he's not a creative player in Kunku. He's not a creative
Exactly.
player he's a creative player for himself, but not for others. So I agree with you. I think Palmer would probably suit that much better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Hopefully, Nigel Jackson injury is not that bad. Tomorrow can and rest during the week against Brighton again. He can start that game. So hopefully,
I think it'll be one
fingers
game. I
crossed.
think he'll sit out one game, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully so, bro. And then Enza Maraska says, for sure, for a big role. I said already, he probably against West Ham. He played more or less half an hour. Hopefully, can get more minutes and help us. Our intention was to keep him. With Nkunku, 100%. I agree with him. Nkunku is a key player for us, but again, he should show enough. And also about Joe Felix, man, you know what? I don't want to talk about Joe Felix a lot because I knew this might happen. Mendes, his agent, he like to do this. If this player does is not happy or not getting enough game time, he'll ship his players out for the sake of that, not benefiting Chelsea and everything. So we should stop dealing business with them. So yeah, man. And then in the Madagascar, Joe Felix says nothing happened. The player trains every day and want to play all the games, but just 11 are playing. We decided all together that it was good option to leave and never complained. So, what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, look, I'm the same as well. João Felix was playing every week when the conference league was on.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear you. Is it my network? Richmond Makers, can you hear me? I don't know whether it's my network or your network. So, Richmond Makers, can you hear us on the chair on the panel? So, guys, if you're watching on X, please kindly come on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Also, the link of my YouTube channel is on my pinned tweet, so you can click there, the link, and come to YouTube and subscribe if you haven't. So let me read the comments and I'll come back to you, Dante. I don't know whether it's my network or not. So, Richmond Makers, please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, 100%. So I think it's Dante's. Hopefully, can fix his network. So it says Christopher Nkunku has made up the coach according to my trusted stores. And
Sorry, I'm
also
back
says
there.
our
Sorry.
okay, no problem.
My
Yeah,
McDonald's
I,
Wi-Fi is back again.
yeah, I thought it was me actually.
I thought it was you as well because everything just froze. So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know. I wasn't sure, but maybe it says I've got full bars, but I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, maybe who knows what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. You're about to say what about Nkunku situation? Hey, John Felix.
yep, Felix. Yep. Look, I was gonna say he was playing every week. He was pretty happy because he was playing Conference League. He was playing cup games. We got knocked out of the cup a little bit earlier, so we didn't have any more cup games. Then the FA
Mhm.
Cup he played. But during that December, January period when there was no real cup games and we were out of the other cup, Maresca didn't use him as much as he should have. I think it was a bit of the player, a bit of the coach, a bit of the situation.
Mm,
But obviously, like you said, his manager, his agent. If a player says one little thing, he gets him out of there, no problem, finds them alone and moves them on if they're not happy. So this is nothing new for Jean Felix. It's happened all his whole career. He's moved
exactly.
club. The same reason exactly. He can never fit in. For some reason, he never fits in and always ends up moving on loan to another club for a year, then comes back, stays 6 months, goes a year again. He's been doing that his whole career. So there's something behind the scenes as well. Probably we don't know. Maybe training, attitude. There could be so many things that we don't know. It's too
Yeah.
much of a coincidence for it to happen his whole career. It doesn't make sense why it's happening that much. But yeah, I do agree. I think Maresca could have used him a little bit more. But are you really going to drop Cole Palmer? That's a big call for Maresca to make. He couldn't really do that to drop Cole Palmer. So look, it is what it is. If the player's not happy, he moves on. Just like some of the other players that moved on. If they're not happy, they got moved on. It is what it is. He'll come back after and they'll find a solution. I'm sure the club's very good at finding a solution. They'll either sell him or loan him out again, but they're not going to lose money on him. I don't see that that's happening with this ownership.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially when it's on a long term. So I don't see that happening. So let's wait and see. Now we just got confirmation. And actually, the press conference was too short to read. I don't want to know what happened. Maybe a few journalists went there because
Yeah,
I
I
think
haven't watched it yet. So yeah, I haven't
it was
seen it.
4 minutes. I watched it live. It was 4 minutes, bro. No many questions, and then it was finished.
Wow.
So
Mariska must have been happy. He's like, thank God, out of there.
thank God. So we just had confirmation that Cole Palmer, Terao Chalaba, and Matisse Amugu has been added to Chelsea's Conference League knockout squad. So what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, look, Cole Palmer is probably a little bit of surprise. Shalaba's not a surprise. Mathis is not a surprise. He's been brought in to play quite a lot, I think, in that competition. So yeah, Cole Palmer a little bit of surprise in there, but I guess Shao Felix is gone. You've got Carney's gone. There's a
Mm.
lot of the tens, all the tens are gone. So yeah, probably that's why he might not play. He depends on who we draw and what happens. But I think they had to add him because we've lost two tens basically, so we have no more tens. It's only Cole Palmer and uh, KDH basically left. So
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. And then also we left out Lavia and Fofana. Maybe it's because of injuries. That's why they were left out also. And anyway, we had
yeah,
to register 3 players. So yeah, I think
yeah,
we'll
it's
be
fine.
fine.
Look,
But
we've got enough. We've got enough for that competition, especially adding Cole Palmer as well. Well, yeah, I think we've got quite enough for that competition. It's no problem that one.
yeah, and I just hope Florentina get an upset during the knockout stages because I've watched them play yesterday. Even there was few minutes, they play very well, and then they beaten Inter Milan 3-0 yesterday. I was like, nah, this team is the only team that can deny us winning the Conference League the way they play.
Pretty much, it's only them. That's it. I don't see any other team getting too close. That's the only team that's threatening. And even them, they've been up and down. They're not bad, but they're not the best. We should be able to beat them, especially if we get them in a semi-final over two legs. I think that's in a final. If we get them just one game, one off game, different, but over two legs, a semi-final or a quarterfinal, I think we're should be pretty good with that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then Richmond Mikas, he did work hard, but our coach didn't fancy him. Yeah, I could agree, but at the same time, we know why the reason why we signed Kunku was because of the Conor Gallagher transaction. At the same time, we missed out on getting a striker that we wanted so that we can challenge Nicholas Jackson. That
Yeah,
didn't happen.
Felix, yeah, not Nkunku, Felix. Yes, yes.
Yes, so but at the end of the day, that Felix is going somewhere. Hopefully, AC Milan can use him from now until end of the season. It's either we loan him, or we sell him permanently, or we get a loan with obligation to buy at the end of the season. If it's not a Chelsea's plan, so we'll wait and see.
I I wish, but we're talking about Italian clubs here, so that's not going to happen. They're not paying that money for João Felix. I can tell you now, they're not even coming close to it. They will offer something, but it's going to be
Aston
like a
Villa,
quarter. There's
Aston
no way
Villa
they're
can
paying
offer that.
50 million for João Felix.
Aston Villa can offer us that money.
Aston Villa can, yes, they'll be able to, maybe, yes.
Yeah, because with the players that they signed, Rashford, is Essential, they're all loans. So
They're all
I'm happy
loans, yeah,
about it.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes. And then Richmond Maker says Florentina are a good team. Watch out, Real Betis. I'm not scared of Real Betis to be honest, but Florentina, the way they play, I'm scared of them. So yeah,
I
man, I
agree. Yeah,
think this.
100%.
So let me share this. We have actually a lot of injuries that we need to talk about now. Both teams are struggling with injuries. So we have Barishida out, Datro Fafana, yes, he's out. We know that Slonina don't worry about it because it's not a part of the first team. Magay, we saw that Jackson, doubtful, Lavia, April, Wesley, mid March. In terms of Brighton, they have Baleba, out. They have Fede out. They have Ego out. James Milner, James Steele, Matt Wefler, Estapinian, Solimaj, and Yari. Oh man, it's so hard to pronounce some names.
you,
So
you did okay.
we have two, four, six, 7 injuries, but this one doesn't matter. This one will matter because I think if he stay fit, we're going to use him in the first team. That will be lovely, so that again Jackson can stay on the bench. So, what are your thoughts
That's
about
not
this?
happening. That's not going to happen. I don't think so. But yeah, it's a shame he's injured as well because he might have got some minutes, but he might get it. He might get a good run in the Conference League, most likely. So I think we'll see him play, but in the Conference League only, probably.
But we didn't register him in the Conference League, so
He's not registered. No, he's not. Is he? No.
yes,
No, so he can't play. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Obviously, because the injury, we had to take him back. But
yeah, because
yeah,
of the injury.
yeah, we had to take him back. So, look, it's another striker. That's fine, especially with McGee out. Uh, we'll see. They might be able to. Depends how bad McGee's injury is. If it's like takes another month or something, they could swap him maybe with Fofana. Like you can do that if there's an injury, and you can do that.
Hmm.
They can swap him in the Conference League squad.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully, we'll see something,
But
and
it's not too
then
bad. Our injuries, and look, that's very normal for me. That's very normal. I think Brighton are more injured than us. For us, that's pretty normal. You expect 6, 7 at this time of year after January. You expect 6 or 7 injuries. That should be normal for every team at the moment. Uh, I think I think they have a lot more players that are more key. Uh, Brighton like Baliba, Karioglu, Igor at the back, Milner not so much. They keep them very good, especially Estupinian, the left back. He's very good.
mm,
Everyone keep
yeah,
as
very
well.
good.
They're missing quite some strong characters there. So, uh, and we saw how they got smashed. Really, they got beaten without some of these players. That
It's
beat pretty
7
badly
0,
actually.
right? 7 0.
7-0, which is pretty embarrassing to be honest. But that's what happens when you take so much good quality out of a team like that. They don't really have the depth to cover that. And unfortunately, that's yeah. So I'm pretty confident we're playing them at the right time now. I think I'm pretty confident about beating them.
Yeah, I agree with you because Carlos Beleba is a key player for them. Even this guy, I saw him playing. Even the center
Yeah,
back
yeah.
is key for them.
He's
Jason Steele
Karioglu is Igor was as well. Still the
is,
keeper. He's the ball playing goalkeeper. Yeah,
and then
he's
even
out.
this one is a new player for them. And even the left back that you're saying at the moment, also
Yeah, and
Suleiman.
Ayuri as well. He's a starter.
Ayudo was
Ayuri,
playing recently, but now it seems like he's injured also because he was
he's their
playing
starting.
recently.
Yeah, he's a starting player. Ayuri as well. So they're 4 or 5 players there that are normally starters are out. So that's nearly half a team for them.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to do something about it. And tomorrow, I think I will do the watch along for this game. Hopefully, I won't waste my energy for disappointment. Let's see what happens. So Richmond Makers is saying something interesting here. It says the owners was angry that our coach said that we wasn't expecting top four this season, but I can tell you that our coach want top four this season. Yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, Enzo Maresca, what he's trying to do from the start of the season, he doesn't want to put a lot of pressure on these players because he knows the team doesn't have enough experience to challenge for the top four. As much as fans, we demand that, but there's this team you can see, especially our defense and our goalkeeper department, are letting us down each and every game. That's the issue I'm having. For example, Lavia is a key player for us, is always injured. Fafana, the same thing. Nicholas Jackson, we can't trust him. Now Sanchez is our number one goalkeeper. We know it's rubbish. So why can the coach do about it? So I don't understand this. So what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, look, I think Maresca is. I think he's said it. He would not lie. He's not a type of guy that lies. He's pretty straight up, honest. The Italians, that's how they are. There's no way he's saying lies, and he's if that's what they told him, that's what he's just saying. They told him that, of course they're going to want top four, but I mean, if he doesn't make four, if he gets fifth or sixth, that's still if fifth is still progress, and it's still a Champions League. Likely fifth will be a Champions League spot as well. So it's still progress. I think, like you said, young team, the mentality, and we saw that the tough period, December, January, the mentality, that experience is not there, and we knew that was going to happen. That was my fear that that might probably happen. But saying that, I'm confident it's going to actually help us going to the next sort of the rest of the season, because they're going to be much more mentally tougher, and they'll know what losing is like. So it's a bit. I don't mind it. I think it's going to help us a lot, and I think we will finish top five. But I think Maresca's just saying the truth. He's just saying the truth the way it is, and he's done that all season from the start. He hasn't said anything but the truth, and I don't believe that the owners are angry that the coach said that. He wouldn't have said that otherwise if they didn't tell him that. So I don't believe that at all, because Maresca would not lie and put himself on the line and put it out to the world and say that, because you can't lie like that, because he'll come back to bite you in the ass, and there's no way he would be lying. I doubt that very much.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. So let me show you this. Uh, Man, the lineup. I'm not sure about the lineup. That what we need to do here, because, like we said, we have injuries. Also, some players are loaned out. So this is the structure that I'm thinking. But here, I don't know if you're going to play Cole Palmer. Let me do this. Let me do this so that you can understand what I'm doing here. Also, we don't have another left back. Oh, man, Jesus Christ. So I just want Tarek George to start this game. We have Neto. For me, I think he deserves to start. But here, what would you do here? Here.
Well, first of all, I don't think Cucurella will play this game. I
So
think
who
you're
will
going to
play
see
here?
Gusto. I think you're going to see Gusto playing left back.
And then right back. Oh, Ted. Oh, Josh Achimpong.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Oh, forget about this kid. Why did I forget about Josh Achimpong? My bad.
Yeah, I think Cucurella will be rested for this because he'll be needed for the league game. So I
Yeah.
think he'll be rested because he's had games in a row now. And like you said, we don't have a left back. But Maresca did say he's going to use Gusto and James there, no problem, if he needs another left back. And he's got Achapong as well, he said. So that tells me that Gusto will probably play left back, and I think Josh will play right back. Yep, exactly like that.
That means Melo Gusto might invade in the midfield.
Correct. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. He
Yeah,
could
but
invert. Depends. It's going to depend how Brighton's going to set up as well with all their injuries. Are they going to do a low block and sit back and try to catch us more of an counter? I wouldn't be surprised, because they don't have a lot of the forward players and that midfield depth, the strong guys in midfield, Baleba and that. So they might change it up, especially after getting smashed 7-0 trying to play their game without their players. It showed you that they cannot play that game without those players. So I think they're going to change it up. I think they're going to be much more defensive against us. They have no choice, I think.
yeah, I agree with you. But in terms of attack, Dante, right? Okay,
Hmm.
before that, let me read the comments. Big up to DJ. Big up to the panelists. Big up to Kula Charles Dante. And big up
Big
to the
up.
chat. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. You know, when you're available, you can come on the panel. As always, DJ. Thank you very much, bro. Let me read the comment of Rich Manimika. Says the sporting directors love that Brighton 19-year-old and other executive wanted more experienced centre back. And yes, our coach tells the truth. I mean the sporting directors wanted Todd Bowley once. Let's see what will happen. But at the end of the day, our coach should be honest, should be transparent, so that when things go so bad, the sporting directors should be blamed also. So here, Dante, as a number 10, what would you do here? Will you play one of the academy players here?
Look, I would, yeah.
I'm
I don't
not
know if
sure
I'll
what
play.
we're going to do, because, like you said, Jackson won't play, and
No,
then
Jackson won't play,
also,
no.
yes, and also McGee is not available. Are you going to play the new kid?
Yeah, look, he could feature in the midfield a little
Because
bit.
it's more as a, I don't know if I'm spelling his name.
Correct. More, he does. He's not a defensive midfielder. He's a central midfielder that likes to. He's quick, technical, a lot of passing, and runs into space. But he's not a defensive midfielder where he's going to defend. He can go back a little bit and help out with his speed and his IQ, but he's not really. He's a central midfielder. He's not a defensive midfielder. So a
Yeah,
little bit more on the offensive side. So I could see him playing there. Yes, I could see that happening.
I don't know his
Might be a
squad
bit
number.
too early,
Let,
but yeah.
let me check his squad number. I don't have his squad number. Oh, if you know on the Chelsea website, doesn't have a squad
Yeah, it might be a
number.
bit too early because he won't have really time to train. So it might be a bit early, but
Uh, he's
he
training
could
with the
come
team
on.
actually.
Most likely, he could come on. You could see Palmer starting, just try to take the game away from Brighton and try to score some early goals, and then he might come off early, Palmer, because yeah, I could see that happening. But I could also see KDH playing in that role instead of Palmer as well. So, because that's his preferred role. I kept saying this. He hasn't played in his preferred role that he played at Leicester at all for us yet. Now he's got an opportunity in some of the cup games and the Conference League. He'll have his opportunity to play in that 10/8 role, or where he did so well at Leicester under Maresca. So I think he's key to that. I think he will take those minutes from Palmer, and Palmer needs the rest. I would play KDH there, but yeah, it's a tough one, like you said, because we're short. So I wouldn't mind to see Raksaki as well given a go in that midfield as well a little bit. Maybe I wouldn't. He did very. Look, there's some young players there, but
Okay,
will Maresca risk it? And I don't know. He's going to go for a stronger team, a little bit of strong, maybe up front. Palmer
yeah,
might start, and I think he'll want to put the game away early if we can.
yeah, I agree with you. Big up DJ, how are you?
Big up, guys. Big up to you both. Big up. How you both doing? You good?
Good, thanks, bro. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not
Big
bad.
up
Not bad at
DJ.
all.
Yeah,
Thank
not
you.
bad, mate. Not bad.
So
Just
DJ,
trying to
what are your thoughts
sort
about?
out this team. We need your expert advice here. What do you think?
Well, the lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, look, I get the changes of why you guys have put those changes in there with, especially with Cucurella missing out in the game. I think that's probably going to be one of the changes he makes tomorrow. I
Yeah,
don't
play
understand.
Sanchez here.
Oh, please no. I'd give Jurgensen a run of games now. Honestly, I really would. Cup games, just give him a run of games. I think had he gone with, I'll be honest with you guys, had he gone with Sanchez on Monday, and the way the transfer window went for us, and the way, and if we had lost that game, believe me, it would have been toxic at the bridge on Monday. Thank God he made that right choice and didn't play Sanchez in that in goal and went on Monday. So he did right there. And yeah, and he has to continue with Jurgensen now in goal. I think the players are more at ease with him in goal. I think the fans are more at ease when he's in goal. And the fact that Maresca has to come out and say that he's giving him a rest, he's not giving him a rest. He's just thinking because he's basically turned around and said to him in so many words, "You're crap. I'm not playing you anymore. You need to, so you're going to be benched for a while." It's more or less the kind of conversation you must have had with him. So yeah, I mean, look, I'd go with that lineup. I mean, look, I think I said it already. My concern, guys, I'll be honest with you. My concern in this whole team are two plays that you guys have got in there at the moment, and that is Caicedo and Palmer. I believe those guys, especially Caicedo, I think he's just one inch. I think he's just one foul away from being, or one hurt from being away from being injured. And I'm worried if he gets that injury. Oh man, I'm concerned about our midfield, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean that lineup I'd go with for now. I see you guys have left Enzo Fernandez out of the team as well, which is probably I think he's probably gonna do. Um, do you think he'll start the new kid, or do you think it's too early for him? Both of you,
Tobacco, you're on,
you're on mute.
you're on mute. Yeah. I think it's just a bit too early. I don't think he's had a training session
Mm,
properly. So I think if he had the whole week, it'll be
yeah,
different. But he's only basically today he had the training session. So one training session, I don't
yeah.
think for Maresca, that's the type of coach he is. I don't see that being enough for
He'll be
him.
on the
So
bench though.
I think it'll be KH will probably play, and
Yeah,
like Tobega's got it there. Enzo, I would rest. I think he'd
yeah,
also line up. He might line up really low block because we were talking about earlier. They got smashed 7-0 because they try to play their game with all the
yeah,
players that are missing and they got smashed 7-0. Are they going to do the same against Chelsea? I do not think so. I think they're going to go defensive. And if that's the case,
yeah,
I think Enzo should start instead of Caicedo. And then
yeah,
maybe, and then if it's not the case, then Caicedo should start instead of him. But yeah, either of those two are fine for me. Yeah.
yeah,
The young kid you're talking about, Mathis, he might get a go last 10 minutes, 5 minutes, depends how the game's
yeah.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned another kid, didn't you? What's the other kid's name? Ratsaki
Raksaki, yeah.
from.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's another one that could be given a run out tomorrow. I think George will start tomorrow as well. In
Yeah,
that on the
George.
wing, I
George, I think
think.
will start. I think this is a good game for him to start. And exactly, Raksaki, I wouldn't mind seeing him. I saw him that game, and he was very, very good
I
in
thought he
that
was
defensive
excellent.
midfield role. He was
Yeah,
the player, probably the standout player in that game. So him and Achapong in that game. So I would definitely play him 100%. I wouldn't mind seeing him.
do you know who I'd love to
Yeah,
see on the bench? Do you know who I'd love to see on the bench, Dante, tomorrow? I don't know if you've seen any much of him. They're calling him the new Messi at Chelsea. He looks like Messi. His hairstyle is exactly like Lionel Messi.
yeah, his play style. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he looks
He's good, but yeah, I don't
he
think
looks
he's
good
quite ready.
for the bench at least.
He's one of those flashy players that is good, but he hasn't got like he'll run 20 meters and then he can't run for another a minute. He hasn't got that physical ability yet. He hasn't got the aerobic ability either. I've watched a couple of the last games that he played, the under 18s.
Yeah,
He's one of those that once he develops that, he'll
yeah,
be very, very good. But
yeah,
till he develops his fitness, he's not going to get anywhere. He's not going to get into any big team starting or anywhere near it. But yeah, because you can see what he does. In bursts, but then he's
yeah.
finished. He can't do anything more because he puts
Oh,
so
fair
much
enough.
energy and power into it. He's like,
I
yeah. So once he gets fitness and he grows into his body, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah,
yeah, he's a very, very big talent. That kid. He's got
yeah.
all
I
the
saw.
tools.
I
Yep.
saw bits of his game, mate. I saw some of it, and I was actually quite impressed with him. But you're right about him. He seems to run out of gas quite quickly. But I have to say though, his comparisons to Lionel Messi, I can understand that. If you saw young Lionel Messi at that age, his hairstyle was exactly like that.
The hair, and he's got the big nose. That nose, the same
And,
nose
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry to go off topic, but yeah,
And he's got that look on his face, that sort of look that Messi has, exactly the same look as well. Yeah,
exactly, bro.
he's very
Exactly,
identical, isn't
exactly.
he?
Yeah, he is, mate. I actually thought, damn, it's just well, I actually looked and thinking, what they're showing a Messi picture and they're showing this kid, and I realized, yeah, I can see the comparisons. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I think he's got very talented, but I think he's got a long way to go.
yeah,
A lot of people don't look at that part of the game, but that is probably one of the most important parts of the game at the top levels. The
yeah,
fitness.
for
You have
sure.
to be very fit.
Nah, for sure, bro, for sure. I agree on that.
Tobago, we still can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah,
You're
you're on
still
mute, bro.
muted.
Oh, sorry about
I was saying,
it.
what's going on? You, I mean, you're right, bro.
Yeah, I was just saying that I've watched that kid play under 18 game, the
Yeah,
previous game. They played him. I think he played almost 90 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yep.
think
yeah,
he played very well, but again, he's still soft. He still need, like Dante say,
yeah,
he still need to learn a lot of things. But that assist that he gave, oh my gosh, was a lovely
yeah,
assist for that
yeah.
first goal. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
what a
he looks a
player!
talent. He looks a talent, bro. He looks a talent.
He's got
Exactly.
the
So we
technique. Yeah, he's got everything. Like I said, once he builds the rest, then he'll be. I think he'll be one. Can become a very, very big player. But there's a lot of those players like that. Can they get over that hurdle of that
Yeah,
fitness, that level that they need? That's the thing. Yeah, we'll have to wait and
and
see.
and also Dante, to add to that, I think these kids need a lot of lot of gym work. Maybe if they play in the Premier League, because I remember Eden Hazard. His first season was good, but again, it was too soft. But when time goes on, he was so strong on the ball that no player can take the ball away from him, because he can shield this with his body, and no one can start,
Correct.
can
Yes. He's
take the
got
ball.
those big
So
thighs, those big legs. Yeah, yeah, yep.
exactly. So hopefully can get a lot of gym work, and also I think Shimi Maeka my get a game time tomorrow if you are playing very well, because it's a striker from the academy, which I like also.
Yeah, he's good. He's one of those strong young kids but he's already got the strength and everything. He's got the mature body already. He's just a bit short. He's not very tall. He's still
Yeah, it's too
growing.
short.
Like
Yeah.
he's a bit short. I don't think he'll be a striker. He's going to be way too short to be a striker. Yeah. So, but yeah, look, he's another talented, but he's got the body. He's got the physicality. You can see him as well. The fitness. Keanu Dyer's the other one.
Yeah.
Now he's
Yeah.
got a lot of growing to do as well. Very talented, like we were talking about the other one, the Messi clone. He's very
Mm.
talented, but very weak, very easy to push off the ball. He's got to develop his
Yeah.
body and grow into his body. That's yeah. They look good at the lower levels, but once you put them against the men, it's very hard for these guys to actually do much because they get bullied very quickly. You basically have to be a Messi. You have to be a Messi and have everything to be that small and that quick to no one to touch you. Otherwise, you've got no chance at the top level, if your body's not developed the way it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. DJ, what are your thoughts about Diano Dyer?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's another one.
Yeah.
But like we said, he needs to. Yeah, he definitely needs to do a bit more growing for one thing. Very easily pushed off the ball. For me, I think that's the one thing I'll say.
Mm.
He needs to work on his upper strength for sure. But if you guys give a good example, Mihailo Mukjic was a prime example. The guy came over, he was easily pushed off the ball, despite all that pace and that pace and the power of a shot that he's got. He was easily shoved off the ball. And I think when he went and bulked himself up over the summer, and really went to, you could tell
Mhm.
you could sense he was basically working out in the gym. And but then has that gone against him? People are now saying that's gone against him now, because when he was playing, people think, has he put too much body weight on him because he can't seem to run like he used to. So again, these players have got
No,
to.
no, he's still
Yeah,
very
I mean,
quick.
I still think he's quick. I think it depends on how people are looking at the situation. I think for me, look, they need to put a little bit of body fat on them, a bit of muscle on them. Just because, as we know, at the Premiership, it's thunder and pace, mate. You get
You
you
need
need
that,
that, mate.
yeah.
You're shoved off the ball too easily. Yeah, especially you get yourself to really really good positions. If you're shoved off the ball, it could also cause a problem for yourself down the other end as well, because you're giving the ball away, especially when you're like up and attacking wise, and all of a sudden everyone's gone for to get that going. All of a sudden they then drop back because you've lost the ball. That can then cause issues on that side. So for me, in that kind of like way, yeah, some of these players do need to bulk up, but there are a few I think that can still come into the team. Give them a last little a little cameo role. Last 10,
Mm.
15 minutes or whatever you want to do in a game. But we've got to be winning that game though. You've got to be like two or three goals up before bringing them on and see what they can do.
I think 3 or 4 goals up. There's no way. I don't see Maresca bringing these young kids on if they're not like by at least minimum 3 goals, because we've seen it even
Mm,
in Conference League and that he doesn't bring them on if only
yeah,
if you're up 4-0 basically.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think, yeah, we still got quite a big squad. We still got players that need to play. So yeah, there'll probably be a couple of them, but it's still too big of a game against Brighton. I don't think they're going to play. I don't see them playing from the start. Many, only probably Achapong, like I said, he'll probably the one that I think probably will
And
start.
Tarek George, I think, could be another one.
Yeah, Tarek.
And Tariq
Yeah.
George, sorry, yeah, the two
And
that play more often.
and
Um, those are the only two I think that might get a start, but the rest, yeah, I don't think so.
yeah, I agree. And then that's why I never wanted us to sign Garnacho, which doesn't make sense. While we have Tarek George who can play that role. I'm not saying gonna say George is better than him and those kind of things, but doesn't make sense to go for Garnacho while we have Tarek George immediately that is going to play in the first team. Meanwhile, we need a striker. So I'm glad that we didn't sign Garnacho. Let's give Tarek George a run of games. Also, if it's impossible, let's see what will happen. Hopefully tomorrow he plays very well so that he can give Enzo Maresca something to think about.
No, agreed.
And
I mean,
also,
yeah, like
interest. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
no. Finish, bro. Finish. I've got.
Yeah, I said,
Go on, finish, bro.
Richmond Makers made an interesting comment, and then I'd like you, DJ, to address that because you've been on Chelsea games and everything. We asked, we are
Yeah.
watching TV, and so he said Tosin has has been impressed and I think he has improved a lot, but Liverpool needs to stop
Yeah,
making
100%.
errors. What do you thought about
100%.
Liverpool recently?
Yeah, I've got to say, the last couple of games, he's disappointed me a little bit. I'm not sure if he's got a bit of an injury, maybe. I don't. I'm not making excuses for him, by the way. I don't know if he's got a slight injury or a slight knock. But it's not like him to make mistakes as he's been making. I think he needs to be taken out of the firing line for a while. I think for me, a centre back pairing for tomorrow's game should be Tosin and Chalobah. I think you rest him for this game, maybe bring him for the Prem game against them on Friday next week, and see where we go from there. But I think he definitely needs to be taken out of the firing line. He's been making, I mean, we go on about Sanchez's bozo mistakes, right? Yeah, but this guy has been doing mistakes as well. And I've seen the fan base come on to him as well. I think you guys have been seeing it on X. A lot of the fan base are not happy with him, and saying, why is he starting games over Chalobah? Why is this and that? Look, I can understand why Maresca's going with him. If he's supposed to be our, you got Reece James there. If you got Reece James, who's supposed to be obviously our captain, obviously Enzo. If he's trying to make him some kind of a leader at the back, he's got to obviously step up. He wants him to obviously step up, but unfortunately, for him trying to step up and trying to take too much responsibility on, he's making mistakes that you would never ever usually would go with in Levi Colwill. This is why I think he needs to be taken out the firing line. And I think for me, tomorrow will be a day you rest him and you put in Chalobah and you put in Tosin for tomorrow's game as a centre back pairing. For me for tomorrow. But let's see. This is Maresca. See what Maresca's going to do. Will Maresca say to himself, "I take him out"? Will he drop his confidence? That could be another thing. That could be a thing with him. But because what will happen is the only reason why he'll be dropped for tomorrow's game is because of his mistake he made against West Ham on Monday. So that would be the only reason why I can see him only being dropped for nothing else. Because if we think about it logically, his passing from range is actually very good. He's like him and Tosin's passing, I have to say, from range is very good. I think Chalobah's improved on that as well. But yeah, definitely for me for tomorrow, I will definitely take him out the firing line for tomorrow's game.
I think the disadvantage playing Tosin and Levi is when we are going to push Levi as a left centre back that leaves him to be exposed, while
Vulnerable,
Tosin
yeah.
is not. Tosin is more comfortable in the middle. That's why normally we don't play Tosin as a right centre back in everything. So I think that's the difference. Is an issue for us. When we had Fofana, right? Lever was playing as a centre back, which is suit him
Yeah.
correct. But playing as a left centre back, we saw under Mauricio Pochettino was playing as a left back. He was always getting exposed. So yeah, man, these injuries are not helping. Hopefully, like you said, Chalobah can play that role for us. Let Levi learn, man. Let him sit on the bench for 2 games and learn from the big boys there. Let him learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I kept saying this the whole season. Out of the 20 games he's played, Levi Cole is, for me, in my personal opinion, he's only had 2 good games. That's it, out of the 20 games plus games he's played. For me, he hasn't been good enough. He's been one of the big, in my personal opinion, one of the big problems in that central defensive line. Like DJ's kind of saying, he's trying to be a leader, but he doesn't know how to be a leader. He's very nervy once he gets puts under pressure. He doesn't know how to hold the line. He's been caught. I think 3 goals now we've conceded because he's kept the player on side. So that's big. That's huge. That's not passing mistakes. That's defensive IQ positioning mistakes. For me, that's more important. And that's much bigger than a pass under pressure. If you're doing that, yeah, for me, like I said, I have not been impressed at all with him. I've been calling for a long time for him to be dropped. But we keep joking with Coach Hiller, especially that I said from the start, when he signed his new contract, he's put in his contract that he has to play every game if he's available. That's in his contract. And so far, that's the way it's been. He's played every single game if he's available. Doesn't matter how bad he plays. It doesn't matter how many games in a row he's played bad. Like DJ and you guys were saying, he's like 3 games now in a row that he's made
Yeah.
really bad mistakes. He's still playing. So I don't know why. I would prefer, obviously, we don't have that many defenders. Now that Shalaba's back, I actually prefer Shalaba over Levi Colwill, in my personal opinion. Even though even Shalaba I don't rate that highly. But for me, he's better than Levi Colwill for me. Just a better defender, a bit more aware. But even Shalaba, we saw that he comes in the first game, man of the match. Second game, horrible. He was very bad. The last game, Shalaba as well. But that's Chalobah. He's going to give you, 1 or 2 good games, then one bad game. But Levi Colwill, it's like I said, only 2 games I've counted that he's played good. The other 18 games, he was below average. So, yeah, look, hopefully he drops him, but I don't know if he will. I would prefer a Chalobah Tosin partnership at the back there in the Premier League. I would actually play Levi in this game in the cup, and then leave Chalobah and Tosin for the rest Chalobah maybe, and put him in the league game. But we'll see if that's going to happen or not. Yeah, I've been really disappointed with Levi. Look, he's got some traits there, but for me, the defensive side, if he's put a little bit under pressure, he panics. I have no idea why he's not stronger. He seems quite strong, and you saw on the weekend he got bullied by. They didn't even have a striker, and he got bullied by what's his name, Bowen or whatever his name is. I can't remember. He couldn't
Kudu.
handle him. Strength wise, we're talking, yeah, and he was like 3-4 inches shorter than him as well. So there's a lot going wrong for Levi Colwill, and I think he's been one of the major problems in that at the back for us, why we've conceded a lot of goals. But that's just my personal opinion. I think we definitely need to improve there. He needs to improve a lot for me to get back. And like DJ was saying, a lot of the fan base has started criticizing him now. Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time, but it is what it is. Hopefully he matures a bit quicker and gets a bit better, but I don't see his defensive instincts good enough, any good enough as a defender. And that should be number one. Like, I don't care about the mistakes. Like I said, you're going to pass the ball under pressure, maybe a mistake here or there, it's going to happen. But holding the line, positioning, and conceding goals because of that, to me, that's nowhere near
Yeah,
good
I
enough.
agree with you. Especially that goal we gave away against West Ham. Well, man, I almost gave up. I said, you know what? There's no way we're going to win this game. I,
Against Man City, 2 big mistakes. The game before that, uh, every single game, he's getting bullied as well. He was a bit stronger early in the season, but I don't know what's happened. He just gets caught up in that moment, and I think it's down to IQ. He just doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't know if he's going to go in strong or hold the defender. The attacker. He's just confused, and if you don't have that as a defender, you haven't developed that. I know he's still quite young, but that's a big worrying sign for me, that one, because he hasn't got that as a defender. Even though he's young, he should already have that, because yeah, these players are young, but he's been playing professional for a long time, for quite a long time, and playing at the top level since they've been 14, 15. So yeah, it's a bit worrying that he hasn't got that, quite sorted yet. There's still a little bit of time, but for me, they're big warning signs for Levi Colwill, that one.
yeah, more gym work for him. That will do. Uh,
Gym works fine. Yeah, they can do that, no problem. But for me, it's the IQ. The problem, like I said, you're not positioning yourself well. You don't watch. If you look, I've counted up, I think 7 or 8 goals we've conceded because of him. Positioning and awareness, holding the line. I said 3 goals, and then the other ones are just him completely being in the wrong spot, not being where he's supposed to. Now, if you matches, Sanchez is
seems like we lost Dante. DJ,
big
are you there?
difference.
Okay. Yeah, Dante. Seems like someone wants to take
Sorry, I
away
got
your
cut out
network.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, bro. So you can finish up. Are you still talking?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that Levi Cole's made 7, 8 mistakes that led to goals. Sanchez, even though I don't like Sanchez at all, I don't rate him too much, he's made 4 mistakes. So when you add those two together, that's a lot of goals.
It's a disaster.
That's a disaster at the back. So I won't even add Disasi to that. But I'm talking about the Premier League side. I'm talking about the Premier League side because he's played in the Premier League. I'm talking about Premier League games. So yeah, those two have been very, very bad at the back. Like I said, yeah, and Colwell way more, in my opinion, than Sanchez. Even though, like I said, I don't rate Sanchez, but he's we copped a lot of goals because of Levi Colwell.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow, if we win, we can give that kid a chance. Alcermino, Aaron Alcermino can play sort of a role. Let him develop, hopefully. But with Levi, he needs to improve a lot of things. We said it several times here on the channel that Levi needs to wake up. His positioning is so bad, so hopefully he can learn. And also now we've beaten Brighton in the previous 5 games. So actually we have a good record against Brighton, home and away. And but most of our wins were home. This one was home, home. This one was away last season. So so we need to continue the whipping. We need to go to tomorrow.
Yeah, we match up very well against Brighton. Always matched up against very well, but that's because they like to play open football, attack. But are they going to do that after they got smashed 7-0? I don't know. They'll be foolish to play that open again because they don't have the players. They're all injured. The ones we were talking about this earlier, DJ. 5 of the main guys are out injured, and they tried to play the same way and they got smashed 7-0. So are they going to park the bus and completely change it up and go defensive against us, or are they going to play that open again, like with the players that can play that game? So it'll be interesting to see.
Very interesting to see.
No,
Hopefully they play open because we can smash. Yeah, we'll score a lot of goals if they do.
well, that's the thing. I think that would be my only thing will be if they are open, as we said, we just got to make sure we do score them goals, Dante, as well, because if you look at our last couple of results in games, they've not okay. We got three against Wolves. We beat West Ham by 2. But every time I feel like it's like I think my concern for my team at the moment, for our team at the moment, I'll be honest with you, bro, is we seem to take a lead and then we lose the lead, and and then afterwards either we get beaten or we draw that game, and we even against Bournemouth, if it wasn't for Reece James's last minute free kick, we'd have lost that game as well. I mean, it's like we've lost that. I don't know if it's that mentality, that seems to have gone with the players. But for me, they need to take advantage of things and they need to start scoring. When opportunities are there, put the ball into the back of the net. I just feel of late, you can't keep relying on Cole Palmer to get you the goals because at some point this kid's going to burn out as well. Do you know what I mean? And we really got to be worried about. I mean, for me, look, I said it already. Cole Palmer, okay, got a knock against. If you guys can remember, he got a knock against Leicester, right? And he still said he came up. He still said he still. For me, I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's fully fit. He's fit, but I don't think he's fully fit. And my concern for this kid is if he carries on getting kicked in that same ankle place, we don't want to have another Reece James situation with Cole Palmer. Yeah, because if he gets knocked and keeps on getting kicked and kicked in that same place, I think it's the Achilles he keeps on being booted into. At some point, it's going to catch up with him, and he's not. He will be out of games. And this is what I kept on saying. My concerns are, we got to score the goals, okay, but you can't keep relying on Cole Palmer to get you them goals. Take advantage, yes, but others have got to start chipping in with goals. And I think at least with before, you had the odd one, Neto would chip in, João Felix would chip in here and there. Nkuku, he'll do the same. But I just feel, we've lost that bite up top. I don't know what you guys think about that. About a situation on scoring in games. Do you feel that we've lost that killer instinct up front now? And it's like whenever we score a goal, team comes back into the game, and then we find it very hard to then retake the lead again. I mean, what your guys' thoughts on that at all? I mean, you guys, is that concerning a little bit? Because you're here saying taking advantage of Brighton, if they're open, take advantage. But if we don't take advantage, Brighton will still do us over, man. Take one attack and they'll do us. What's your take on that, both of you, in that, in terms of the way we've been, in terms of that all?
Yeah, to be honest, like I agree with you, DJ. Like I was watching this test that Cole Palmer, I think, created over 50 chances. No one scored them. That means we denied this kid over 50 assists. So if Jackson doesn't fire, we need to depend on Cole Palmer. Sancho he can dribble and create, but again, doesn't shoot enough. Also, Noni Madueke, I don't know what happened. What happened with him? Like from the start of the season, he was getting better, but now I don't know what is happening. Neto is a creator; is not more as a finish and everything. Like you said, I think the squad planning sometimes we're going to come back on that topic that we need another striker that is different to Nicholas Jackson, so that when it's not firing, we can depend on another player. Now, unfortunately, we have to go again, depend on Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer doesn't give us his magic, we are going to struggle. That's the issue I'm having at the moment. And I've been seeing that over and over again. And nothing like the coach can do. He'll keep on playing him because he's the most creative player and also can score goals for him. Unfortunately, that's the situation that we are facing at the moment. We can blame the coach, it's fine, but the sporting directors, that's on them also. They saw that we are creating chances before the transfer window closes, but we're not firing. They should at least get another strike. Even if it's a stopgap, I don't care. Get someone to help us so that we can achieve our targets and let him go in the summer and buy a proper striker. Why not? We've seen that happen in several times under Pramovic. So I don't know what is happening in terms of squad planning. And then we can keep on playing Kunku as a first nine. It doesn't work. It doesn't press. He runs slow. Doesn't do anything. He can shoot and everything, but again, pressing and everything is bad. And you know the defense starts from top. So that's the issue that we're having at the moment. So Dante,
Yeah, I agree with most of that. Not quite all of it, but yeah, most of it. Look, Palmer's been very good, but he's been a bit of a problem the last, like they're just saying, maybe he's a little bit injured. I thought he was a bit injured as well after the Man United game, uh, back 7, 8 games ago. Because after that, it wasn't the Cole Palmer. He's actually missed a lot of easy chances. Cole Palmer, uh, nearly every game he's missed two or three really pretty good for him. They should be goals all. He's missed a lot as well. Look, the only thing I think is still positive that we are still creating pretty good chances, creating clear chances. We're just not putting them away. But actual build up and that is not too bad. It's definitely gotten worse, and I think Madueke has got a lot to do with that. Yeah, I think he's very predictable, and the ball goes to him a lot, and then it's very predictable what he's going to do. It's very easy to defend Minori Madueke. They all know how to defend him now. It's not that hard to defend him, and you've seen that he's been marked out of every game because the defenders, the keepers, they all know what he's going to do. He's going to cut on his left and he's going to shoot. And he does that 5 or 6 times in a game and he always gets blocked. His shot gets blocked because he does the same thing over and over. And it's so easy to defend. So he wastes a lot. His creation is not good enough either. He's creative. Got a little bit, he got a couple of crosses in the last sort of 3 games. I've seen him put a couple of crosses in, which was good to see. And we did score a goal out of it, but it's nowhere near enough. I think a lot of the balls get wasted. Like I said, Palmer and Jackson, they've been linking up very well. Jackson hasn't put him away. Jackson has been setting up Palmer very well, but Palmer hasn't been putting him away. Sancho on the left, yeah, he's an amazing dribbler, very technical, doesn't shoot as much. It's just not his game. He looks again a bit to create more and to draw defenders. So yeah, look, there's a little bit of problem there, but we are still creating, 4 or 5 really open chances in a game that we should be really scoring. With the quality of the players, they should really be scoring those goals. So Maresca said the same thing basically. He said, look, we are creating the chances, we're just not taking them, we're not scoring them. Unfortunately, we've heard that too much too often the last few seasons. We do need to get another number 9, another profile. I think it was very hard. I think they looked at a lot of strikers, but it's very hard to get one. People don't understand how hard it is to get a striker in January from another club. Not just any striker, but also we're Chelsea, we're a big club. No one wants to sell to us, and if they do want to sell to us, well, they're going to ask for ridiculous wage money, and so we're caught in a bit of a hard position there in January. In off season, we'll be much better doing that. I think we will sign one, but I think we tried, but it's just not going to happen. And none of them really want to come. The ones we were going to look at, they're not going to come. Well, Evan Ferguson, for example, he went to West Ham, so he went to a crap team. Okay, Why did he go to a crap team? Because they haven't got a striker. They got injuries. He's going to be starting there. Do you think he would start at Chelsea? No, he's not starting at Chelsea over Jackson. Probably not even over Nkunku, to be honest. So why would he come? Yeah, you can't just. I know people asking for a striker. We really needed a striker, but it's very hard in January to get a striker. It's extremely hard. So look, it is a little bit of a problem, but we have to. It's the reality, unfortunately. I don't think they didn't want to sign. I think they looked at strikers. It was just impossible to get one in January now. And where they are in the project, because it is a project, and we know what the project is. They've made it very clear. I think going now in this January and spending like crazy amounts on a striker was just not viable. PSI or whatever, because then you're left with not being able to sign anyone in the summer. So there's a lot of variables there why they didn't sign a striker, in my opinion. I wouldn't mind, like Tobago saying, like a stopgap, but even that was very hard because those stopgaps they won't come because they know they're not going to start over Jackson or even Nkunku. They're just not going to start. They're not going to play enough games, so they're not going to come. Very simple. Even Mathis Tell, the one from Bayern Munich, he ended up going to Tottenham. Yeah, look where Tottenham are. Why? He got guaranteed game time. He's going to start. He got guaranteed. We could not guarantee him that coming to Chelsea. So I know people wanted a player like him. A lot of people I saw on X wanted him because he can play left wing and striker. But the players have got to be happy to come, and they want to play every game if they're coming on loan from another club for 6 months. They're not going to come otherwise. They're just not going to come. They'll go. He'd rather go to Tottenham and play every game. Doesn't matter if they're shit, if they're no good, but he's going to play every game, and that's going to help him and Bayern Munich in the end. So because he's going to go back, he's not going to stay at Tottenham. So yeah, it's very hard to get someone at Chelsea in January, like a striker. I think it was very hard.
Yeah. DJ, anything you'd like to add?
In terms of a striker, yeah, look, I in some ways, I'm very happy we didn't actually get Evan Ferguson. To be fair, Dante, the guy's injury prone anyway. We don't know how long he's going to have lasted at Chelsea. He could have probably come to Chelsea broken down in 6 months. They would have been we'd have been left vulnerable again, mate. So
Who
for me,
knows?
look,
Yeah,
in
who
that kind of
knows?
like way, I'm glad we didn't get him. As much as I think he's a good talent, he's a good player, but let's be real, injuries plagued this kid. You know.
But what I'm just trying to say, because
No,
everyone's
no, no,
blaming
no.
the sporting directors that we didn't
Well,
get Evan
yeah,
Ferguson.
I didn't want Ferguson.
They're saying they're failures because we didn't get Evan Ferguson. I mean, that for me,
No,
that's
no, no,
very
no, no.
short-sighted to
I
say
called them
that.
the reason I called them failures, bro, is because they did have. I mean, I respect the fact that January.
Not you.
Oh
No,
no,
no.
no,
I'm
no,
just talking
bro.
about the Evan Ferguson. I'm talking about ex
Oh, bro,
people.
I know.
They called them failures
Oh no, no,
because
I
that.
agree. No, no, I'm not saying you're telling me, bro. I'm just saying from my perspective point of view. The reason why I was annoyed with these sporting directors, as I said before, Dante, is because I felt that when obviously let's put it this way, they obviously knew before the window was going to open, they knew that Maresca must have gone to them and said, "Look, I don't need Felix. Okay, let him go out on loan. You're going to get rid of João Felix, then sure a replacement has to come in for him." Yeah. Okay. We saw, okay, Mark Guehi is a good example is Mark Guehi right here because he was the one who stepped in. I said it already. If this kid was to get injured, we're going to be left short. And what happens? He ended up getting injured against. He come on, done. I thought he was absolutely. I thought his held up play against West Ham when he came on was pretty good, and he ended up getting injured in the end. Right. So once again, you're only left with Jackson, who also got a knock in that game. By the way, I know.
It was too
Yeah.
late. Yeah, it was too late
Yeah,
to sign
no, but
someone.
I'm just saying, bro. He got injured in that game as well, but thank God he was all right, Jackson. And then and then obviously I got when Reece, and I think when everyone saw Reece James go down, everyone was a big sight. Stamford Bridge thinking, oh my God, not again. But thank God he managed to get up and he was back to normal. But I get it's tough to get a player in this window, and I wouldn't go for just anybody right here. But I look at some of the options that they could have gone and got at a good cheaper bargain. Now, whether they fit the profile is another thing. I mean, I think I've always said it. I mean, Jonathan David, for example, is a prime example here. This guy is going to be available for free in the summer. But if you were to go and get him now in this window, just gone, you'd have probably got him picked him up for about 10 million. Picked him up for about 10 million, maybe 12 million, which they could have gone and done, because obviously they went and got that midfielder in. Okay, so that 12 million could have been put on Jonathan David. He could have come in, even if it's a
Yeah, but
stopgap, even.
Yeah, but we're just saying that because you think that's possible, but we don't know. But we don't know, DJ, if that's possible or not.
No, but there was true that he was available, but he was available in
Has he gone
January, and
anywhere?
well, no,
He
he
hasn't gone
stayed,
anywhere.
but he did stay in the end. That's because maybe other clubs, maybe he wasn't fitting the profile to other clubs. I don't know. I don't know why he stayed on, but I think he's going to go for free.
Money, DJ, because when he's a free agent, he's going to get a massive sign-on bonus.
No,
It's all about the
of
money.
course, bro. I know, I get all that as well, but
That's what
I'm
I'm
just
trying to
saying
tell
we
you.
could have.
You think it's that you're not going to get these players. You just can't get them in January. You're saying like it's certain that we could have got. He would have. We don't know the player. Maybe they inquired and the player said no. I'm just going to wait. Uh, he- That's what I mean. Everyone
Mm.
keeps saying it's like FIFA or Football Manager.
No, 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 no,
It's
no,
like so
no,
easy to get players in.
no,
It
because
doesn't
I
work
was
like that in
thinking,
real life.
no,
There's so many other things involved.
no, because I was looking because if we got rid of João Felix, who could have played as a false nine if wanted to, okay, surely you could have bought a replacement in for him if you're letting
Yeah,
João
João
Felix go.
Felix was an extra on top of anyway. KDH was the guy that was supposed to back up Palmer. He was the original. João Felix came in late because of the Gallagher, and that was we've known because they said it's for PSR. So they had to just get Felix in, but he was an extra bonus on top. So losing him now, it's like originally. So that's why I don't see they see it as a big loss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's different views. Yeah, go on,
yeah, I
go on.
agree with you. We should have added Jonathan David, and I said it like long time ago. This kid, people are sleeping on him. Look at his record for Lille: 217 games, 104 goals for him. I'm not sure about assist. Genk here, even for Genk, he's got 37 goals in 83 games. For national team is much better. 59 games, 31 goals. So clearly there's a player in there. But
He scores
you know,
goals,
according
yes,
to,
but if you think
but,
Nkunku doesn't press, you should watch Jonathan David. He does
but,
not
but
press at all. He walks around. So that's what I mean. There's a lot of so many things involved in just which you're saying he's a good goal scorer, but he is 100% is a great goal scorer. But there's no way like he will play for Chelsea the way we're playing at the moment and the striker we're looking at, because he's even worse than Nkunku. If you watch him play, he doesn't do nothing, and that's because who he's playing for as well. Yeah, they sit back. He just sort of sits there, and then they'll catch a little bit on the counter. Depends who they're playing. It's the team he's playing in as well. He's not going to do that at Chelsea. It's not going to happen because it's a completely different team, a different setup. And that's what I mean. I know it's easy to say, look at Jonathan David, he was there, go get him. Why didn't we get him? Well, there's
Yeah,
so many variables involved. It's not funny. But like I said, people think it's so easy to get a player,
and,
but it's not. These days,
and
it's
there's
not easy.
and the other player that we could have possibly looked at, Dante, as well. And I know Cucurella likes him because he's been going on about this guy for quite a long time. Is Jimenez, who went to AC Milan. He could have been another option. They sold him this window.
Oh,
He
yeah,
could have
he
come as
just went
well.
to AC Milan. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
him play for last
and
20,
he
30
scored in his
minutes because
debut.
I
He
was
scored in
watching
his
Felix
debut,
as
didn't
well.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, that
mean,
was an
look,
option. Is it an option for us? Again, I know Coachella likes him, but he's another one of those that does not press at all in the front. He doesn't press at all. If you watch him play, yeah, he'll suit the Italian league because they walk there. They don't.
mm,
It's a very slow paced game. But watch
yeah, of
him what he
course.
does at the front. He does not. He walks around.
Yeah. No,
There's
I've
no
seen
way
him
he would ever
play.
play. He would never come to Chelsea or England to play for anyone in England because he's just that type of. Nothing against him. That's just the way he plays. That's what he is. He's that type of player. But he doesn't. He's not. That doesn't work in modern football against in England, for example. That's just not going to work the way he plays. It's got to be like a
Yeah.
really low bottom team, lower team. Maybe he'll come into someone that that sit back and then from set pieces and then on the counter maybe a little bit here and there, and he just sits at a halfway line and just sort of jogs around. But he would never play for a big, like, I don't think he will ever play. I don't know if he's going to make it AC Milan either. But in Italy, he could because, they like to walk quite a lot there. They're very slow paced. But again, another one, I like him too, but he does not suit the profile at all at Chelsea or for the English game. I'm just, because I've seen him play probably 5 or 6 times already,
Yeah.
especially because coach really liked him. And I've watched him with coach a couple of games. So he's like, yeah, he will never make it in England. No chance the way he plays.
Fair enough.
I think as much as we can complain and everything, I think we're going to sign this kid. No, man. I think we're
Yes,
going to sign.
uh, yeah, he suits the style 100%. He'll suit the style.
I think we're going to sign Liam Delep, which I don't want, man. But again, I think we're going to sign, man.
He would be one of my choices. I think my first choice has to
Have we
be,
seen
and I
enough from
think he
him
would suit
though?
our style as Victor. Exactly. I think my style. I think if I was to look for a striker and we really want to go and get someone in, I'd definitely look at if he's available. I know he's going to be available in the summer. That's Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. I think he could be the ideal player that could
Yeah,
come in and be the one for
he's
us.
my number one. He would be my number one choice as well. Yes.
Or Victor. I mean, Victor Osman's been mentioned again as a possibility as well. But
Yeah, I don't
So,
know about that one. I think that bridge has been burnt. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. To be honest, I don't. You never know, but I just don't see it happening. His ego and how stuff went down. I don't see it happening, to be honest. But yeah, Gyökeres, he's the ideal striker. The way we play, he does everything you want a striker that can do, and physical and good in the air. Good, he does everything. So he's perfect. Yeah, he would be perfect.
yeah, I agree with you. I prefer Victor also. Man, big up, Ty. I hope you're good, bro. Like
big up, Ty.
I just want to add that I saw the list. I'm just checking the list of strikers that I think Medlo said it, that Chelsea are going to buy either of them, inquire about the strikers. I just want to check that list. I forgot the name that was on that list. Let me check. Let me check. Oh
Yeah, look,
man,
Delap, we know what he did under Maresca when he played under
let me
Maresca. He
see.
scored crazy record number of goals. So there's history of Delap, but it's just the way he plays as well. But I don't think, again, look, he's a young kid. He's 19. He doesn't look like it and doesn't play like it. He plays pretty, like quite a mature guy the way he plays. But just depends how he would do at Chelsea. Again, the way Ipswich play as well. Ipswich, they don't play like a Chelsea does. I don't think he's played for Ipswich against a low block team. So, if you know what I mean. That's
Yeah,
different at Chelsea. So I don't know. I haven't seen enough for me. How long has it been? 4 months, 5 months since he's played. I think I need to see at least minimum full season, maybe even 2 seasons, but minimum a season.
uh, Ty says congratulations on your 800 subscribers. Yeah, thank you very much, bro. Hopefully, I can get more to come. I'm just checking that list, man. I don't know where's that list. Oh man, I saw that list. I'll just
DJ,
check
do you
it
like
right
the
now.
lap, or what do you think of the lap?
No, no, no. I don't want us to
Uh,
sign
um,
oh, say DJ. Okay, go ahead, DJ.
no. Listen, from what I've seen of him, he does look. He can possibly. Yeah, I agree. He can fit the profile that we're looking for in terms of that. Again, very young. Looks like that's what we're going to be doing. I think he'll be the. I think the three striker options in the summer. I think are going to be. It's going to be him, Sesko, or Victor Gyökeres out of the three. But I think he's probably going to be the most likely one that comes to Chelsea. I also saw talks of Harry Kane today as well about but that's not going to. But he apparently has a. I think he has. I think Fabrizio came out and says he's got
Release clause.
a release clause, but that's not going to be. But that to get him for that price, I think it's only been January 2026. I do
Yeah,
believe.
no, that's
So
not
that's
happening,
we don't like
DJ.
him.
There's no Harry Kane
So
coming to
so no, will
Chelsea.
be no. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm putting names out there.
Oh,
But Delap probably I can see out the three. I'll probably see be
Oh, there's the
Sesko.
list. Yep.
Be
yeah,
Sesko,
just the
Delap,
list.
or
No, I don't think Ferguson's on that list anymore. I think that's gone. I don't think he'll be on that list.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I don't want figures in at Chelsea, man. I don't want another injury-prone player at Chelsea. No, no, no. This is the list. On top of this list, the players that are my first choice will be Victor Gogoretz, Benjamin Sesko, Deleb third, and even Ferguson the last one.
There's one that's not on there that I would put on there that's not getting game
uh,
time at the moment, and that's Victor Boniface, another Victor.
oh god. And I tell you another player who I'd love to see him at Chelsea, and that's only
So yeah,
because he's got.
I thought he's gonna leave now in January because he hasn't been getting game
He,
time at all, hardly at all. And there was
he
talk
hasn't,
that
has
he's
he?
leaving, but
Yeah,
yeah, no one's come in for him. So I think they're leaving that for the summer. So he's one that will be 100%, in my opinion, will be on the market in the summer.
Dante. I'll tell you
Yeah,
who else I'd go for, mate. I'll tell you another one,
yeah.
guys. Who's not on that list, but I think it'll be out of our range, and that's Isak from Newcastle.
Oh man, I've just saw an article that Newcastle doesn't want to budge for the price tag 150 or nothing again in the summer. They
Yeah,
want
it's just
150 for
that's going to come down. He's 100% on that list, and I think Chelsea have looked at him and inquired about him last year as well. But it's going to come down to where Newcastle finish. If they finish out of the, sixth, seventh, if they don't finish high again, I think he's gone. I think he's going to want to leave. I think they can't keep him. The player will want to leave if they don't get top five, even top six if they don't somehow. They're up there, but we've seen him play some pretty bad football as well. So he's on fire, but he will 100% leave if they don't qualify. I think for Champions League and get back there, and they don't spend. I think he's gone. I think he's one of those players that's gone from Newcastle. They need to finish. They've had a good resurgence now. They've recovered a bit, but we don't know of Newcastle. But I think if they were really bad, I think there was a chance someone would have gone. Maybe even us from this January, we could have gone for him if he was in our list. And apparently, he was in our list from before the scouts said that he's on our list. One of the players on there, but Newcastle just got too good again. They've been on an amazing run, and they're back into that. The top four conversation. They're back into that, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately, they're too good at the moment. So hopefully they really struggle and they finish outside the European places, because then I think he'll want to leave. I think himself he'll want to leave.
Yeah, I agree with you, but 150, hey, that's a lot. But you know what? I wouldn't mind risking it because this guy is so good, man. He is
Yeah,
so
Newcastle can
good.
ask for that. They should in January. They should ask for that, because what I've been saying, they should be asking for January, but they won't be able to get that in.
So we wrap it up.
No,
DJ, go ahead.
I'm all good. I'm all good, bro. I think that's all good. I'm nothing from me, bro. Just hopefully we'll get a win tomorrow. And everyone in the comment section, smash the like and subscribe to the channel as always. And it's always a pleasure coming on and talking footy with you guys as always, man. Thanks for having me on as always, Tobago.
Yeah,
We'll see you soon. Hopefully, Kachila snaps out of his
Yeah,
holiday
for sure.
soon. DJ.
yeah.
He's
Oh
taking an
well.
extra couple of 3-4 weeks off as from planned.
Yeah, well. Yeah, he's busy.
But
He's
he's nearly
busy. He's a
ready.
busy man. He's a busy man.
Yeah, busy man. Yes.
Yeah, for
Me,
He's
tomorrow I'm
just
going to do the watch along, so hopefully we can
yeah,
talk again before the game starts. So I'm going to do a
yeah.
watch along tomorrow.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
nothing
guys.
more
Me
to
and him have
say
been
yet. We've covered quite
me
a
and him
lot.
have been. I was
That's
just saying,
pretty much.
me and Kachila have been going back and forth on X with comments. We've been going back
Yeah.
and forth on X on certain things. I don't know if you guys have seen it at all, but we have
Yeah,
been.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your comments. I was gonna comment too, but I'm like, I'm not getting involved. I'm like, I can't be bothered. Everyone on X. It looks like half of the X has turned into minerals at the moment. So I'm like, I can't be bothered with these people. I'm not
Yeah,
writing back. I'm not getting. Even DJ, I saw, getting into it. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting into this now. Let it go. I'm not getting involved, because once you get involved, you're gonna get flooded with messages. So I'm like, better not get involved.
Oh, trust me, bro. Let me just say one thing. I'm not all. Listen, you know me and my. I don't listen to others say. I think you guys have known me long enough to know. I've been a fan long enough to know, guys, that I don't get involved and mixed up with what other people say. I've got my own views and my opinions. And remember, I've always said it from all the panels we've sat on, Dante, and I've sat with you as well, Tobago, on Coachella
Mm-hmm.
streams, and I've sat on niche streams. I've sat on everyone's
Niche,
stream, and
yeah.
I've said it, and I've said it. I said these owners have got to do something. They've got to prove me wrong, and that's been my thing from day one. They took over this football club. I said it, because I'm proper chair. I'm like we all are. We're proper chairs. I care about my club. I don't care. I mean, owners will come and go. Players will come and go. It's about my club. It's about my football club. That's what I care about the
100%.
most. And the direction we're going in at the moment. And that's why I've got this thing with
Are
these
you
owners
attending the
with us.
protest? Are you organizing some protests and attending some protests, DJ, or not?
Oh no, bro. I missed the protest on Monday because by the time I got down to the bridge to see the game, it had already been done. This was for the ticket, for the ticketing thing, the ticketing, the hiking of the ticket prices and things like that. I didn't get involved with that. I know people that went down that did get involved with it, and it turned out to be pretty good. But no, I put it this way, guys. It won't take long. It won't take long. I mean, when I've been at the bridge now, it won't take long for the crowd to get restless. And and I tell you this right now: had we lost on Monday, and he did go Sanchez in goal on Monday, believe me, it would have been toxic on Monday at the bridge. Trust me, on Monday, if he had done that. Thank God he didn't. That's all I'm saying on that
Yeah,
one.
look, I don't think it's going to make a difference. As soon as that we're going to do something, it's always going to be about the owners, and that's just really unfortunate. Because yeah, I know you don't believe in them, and you think that
Oh, it's
you
three of them
agree
I
with.
don't believe in, bro. It's three of them I don't believe in. I don't believe in Winstanley and Winstanley and Stewart, and unfortunately, I don't believe in what's his name, in Ed Barley. I'm trying to give Todd Bowley a bit more leeway because
Don't
I've
worry,
seen this
Todd
guy's
Bowley,
vision.
it's Chelsea, it's Clear Lake. It doesn't matter. It's not individuals. It's Clear
You
Lake.
know.
They all make decisions together. They're on the same page. They're all do it together. I know you from the start. You haven't been, but that's my problem. A lot of people from day one,
Mm.
from the start, they've been against it, and that's just the wrong mentality to have. Because if you're from the day one, because they're American and blah blah blah, they want
Oh
to
no, I'm not gonna
take
me,
our
bro. That's
club
nothing
and
about
sell all
me.
our assets and strip the club, and they don't care about
Nationality's nothing to do
winning
with me, bro.
and
I
blah
mean,
blah
no,
blah.
it's not about
No, I'm
nationality.
just
Trust me.
a lot of
Yeah,
people
go
are
on.
like that. You know that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are
Nah.
like that from day one. They're like been like that, and that for me is wrong. And they're just continuing now. And now because we're losing, we had a bit of a losing run, 5 games, not losing because we drew 2 games. They've come back up again, and it's always going to happen, which is very unfortunate. People should be supporting the club and this young team and the manager because he's a
Oh no,
fantastic manager.
they support the club, bro, and the manager. I think what it comes down to is just it's just the decision making they're doing at the football club at the moment, bro. That's what it all comes down to, Dante. It's nothing about the players, or it's nothing about the coach.
Yeah,
The
but
coach has got
when
nothing
you
to
go
do.
to the
It's
games and
just in place.
they're booing, then they're singing songs about Abramovich. That's not supporting the team. I'm
That's
sorry,
towards the
DJ.
owners, bro. That's towards the owners, bro,
Yeah,
not
but that's
towards
not
the team.
supporting the team. You don't do that at games. Supporting when your players are playing and it's no one's doing anything but booing and singing songs that for players that are not there. That's not
Mm.
supporting your team. I'm sorry, that's not supporting your team at all.
There's no been songs come out with previous players, bro. It's just mainly everything whatever I've heard at Stamford Bridge, bro, when I've been there, is nothing to do with the
Yeah,
previous
you haven't seen the
players.
videos on Twitter. Obviously, there's so much of it happening.
Well,
Uh,
I've not really seen too much of that. You look at former players. I mean, even Joe Mikel has a lot to say about things. I mean, it's not just about the fans. Some of the fans, even you got your former players that are now starting to start looking. Frank Leboeuf is another one. I mean, it's not these guys are not just
Frank
they're
Leboeuf,
legends
yeah.
of the football. Yeah, I mean, look, Marcel Desailly, Didier Drogba's come out of things. There's a lot of people that are coming out with things. Even Frank Lampard is saying things. It's nothing bad against the players or the coach. It's just the way certain things are run at the football club that they don't understand. Where it's like we're not competing anymore like we used to, which is
But
understandable.
it's understandable. You got everyone should understand what the project is and what they're doing.
Yeah,
It's
but then
pretty clear. They made it very
but then
clear
tell
what
me
they're
then.
doing.
I'll give an example to you, Dante. Yeah, I know we don't want to get into one thing. I'll give an example to you, right? Yeah, this is a prime example of something, right? Yeah, you don't go and sign a player, put him on a 7-year contract, and then get rid of him after 6 months. I mean, what sense is that? I mean,
You
I mean,
think that's
you
never
tell
happened in
me.
football at teams?
No, no, bro. But tell me what I've not seen that. I'll be honest with you. Tell me one player that you know has signed Chelsea. They're the ones that have started this 7-year contract things. Yeah, but Real Madrid
Yes,
have done it with some of their players.
yes.
Yes,
With that, I agree.
but
We started that,
but
but that was a loophole
but
which we
they've
took
not got rid of
advantage of.
play. But
Yes,
they've not got rid of players after 6 months of being at the football club. I mean, you put them on a 7-year contract.
but DJ, it's normal. There's going to be 3 or 4 players that are not going to be happy and they want to move on because take Vega for example. That's your one of your examples, Vega.
João Felix is the other one.
What did the club do wrong with Vega? Well, I mean,
João Felix.
what did they do wrong?
Well, for one thing, you brought him in. Okay, you brought him in. Okay, he's supposed to be like cover for me. He's supposed to be there for covering Cucurella when he's injured or when he does play. It's not like he's not playing game. He's been getting game time, but Basically,
He
he's
played a
been, to
lot
be
in
fair,
Conference
what
League, Cup
Vega,
games.
to be
Yeah,
fair, has annoyed me. I'll tell you why Vega's annoyed me, and he's my own countryman, yeah? Okay, what I'll say about him as well, though, is because he done so well for Portugal and played well as a centre-back when he went to international duty and played as a centre-back. He
correct.
then
Yeah,
came back because I want to now play that position at Chelsea. We know that is not the case. You have been bought for this position and this position only. Clearly, Maresca didn't see you
exactly.
for that. So, yeah, he's let him go out on loan. But then,
But that's what I mean. That's the player. What? How's that the club at fault about that?
but then don't give, my point is,
What's that got to do with
but
the
don't put
owners?
them on long contracts then, bro. Don't put them on long contracts. Simple. If you know,
But did the player accept the contract and the project when he signed?
well, he should have done. Yeah, he should have done. He should have
Exactly.
done.
And did the
Oh,
player
that's
change his
different
mind after 6 months and said, "I want to go and do this"? Yes, and that's going to happen. So how are the owners at fault for doing that?
because they've let it get to the stage where they've allowed the player to say what he wants to do and let him just go instead of saying no. You're here for this
But of course
reason.
they
Do you know what
have
I'm
to.
saying?
Of course they're going to have to let him go. They're not going to want to keep an unhappy player. If he wants to go and play more and play a different position, and he's got a
So we're
on
more or
offer
less,
from
so bro,
Juventus, a
so
big
more or less
club.
what we're basically saying is player power, right?
It's not player power, but it is basically it's half and half. It is. It's always been like that for quite a long time now. If a player wants to, Pep Guardiola, does he keep a player that doesn't want to stay? How many has he shipped off that didn't want to stay because they weren't getting enough game time? 7 or 8 of them in the
Yeah,
last
but they've
three,
not
4
been on
years.
it.
It happens at every club, DJ, even the smaller clubs. It's just not reported as much. It happens everywhere. Look at Nottingham Forest where they are. They signed 30 players, only 22 of them. They've lost 8 during this season that they signed just last year.
Look,
Why aren't you talking about their owners?
listen,
That's what
bro.
I mean. It happens
I said it
everywhere.
already. I've got enough. I've just said it. It's just at the moment, right? Yeah, I've just said it already from the beginning. You know me, right? I've been a fan since the '80s, guys, right?
I know you've
And
been
I've
through
been
the
about and
good, the
everything.
bad,
So
and
all I'm
everything.
basically trying to say to you, I'm a season ticket holder as well. I'm not going to be sitting here coming out. All I'm basically saying is there's just certain things in the football club that I'm not happy about, and I'm not the only one. I know a lot of fans have said it themselves. It's not because there's hate towards the players and towards the manager. No, it's more to do to the owners. And this is what people are trying to understand. Some of the
What do you
That
mean
directors,
it's not to the manager? You've seen Johnny
there's
Minerals
not
and all of them what they say about the manager. You've seen
Mares,
what they all
but
say
he's
about the
also said.
manager.
But to be
This
fair,
manager's
I'm not
crap.
to be fair to Johnny Minerals as well. He's also said he's also been left. He's also been left with tough times as well there, to where the owners have left him in the
no,
position that they left him in. So it's not always on
no,
him, is it?
No, no,
I
no, no.
think
A lot of them said he's not good enough for Chelsea. He's nowhere near good enough. He shouldn't have been nowhere near next to Chelsea. And
I
just
don't believe in that.
and once
I
we started
disagree on that
winning
one.
10 games, we didn't losing 10 games.
Oh no,
Oh, he's
I
not too
disagree.
bad. And then we start
My
losing again.
no, bro,
Oh,
I
they're not
disagree.
backing him. Like,
See,
come
I
on,
disagree.
seriously.
I've backed him. I said it, but I went on Conchilla's stream in the very beginning. I said to you guys in the very beginning, he's got a 5-year contract. Don't sack him. If they decide to sack him
Oh,
after 1 year,
100%.
then
No,
it's
no,
on the
you're
owners,
okay.
right?
You're pretty good. You're
Yeah.
fine.
But
I'm just saying more
you is
general.
I back him.
Yeah. A
I'll
lot of
just say
people
there's just
don't
people
want
out there.
Maresca. You seen it on Twitter. I'm sure
Yeah,
you've
there
seen
are
it on
some.
X. So many people
Yeah,
said
yeah,
he's
I've seen a lot
not
of it.
good enough for Chelsea.
I come back. I always come back at them people. I come back at them people all the time when people say that. You see me. I was tweeting, but I come back at them
I
kind of
mean,
people. I keep saying it's not
we've
the
had a
manager's
4 or
fault.
5 game bad run, but who hasn't?
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. I said it's not his fault. But
Judge at
he's
the end
just
of the
been.
season. Judge Maresca at the end of the season.
Yeah, I will do. I don't judge him at all because I want him to stay for 5 years at Chelsea. What my qualm is on is nothing to do with Maresca. It's what they've left him with and not backing him in backing him as much in January. That's all I'm basically saying. We all know our midfield was a bad, tough. Was a position right.
No,
Yeah, that
we
we
all
were
know
struggling in.
striker. We talked
Yeah,
striker. They
and a
tried.
striker as well.
They've said they
But what I'm
tried.
saying is, bro, right?
We
Yeah,
couldn't get anyone, unfortunately. It
why?
is what it is. We've still
But
got a very
what I'm
talented
saying,
team and we've got plenty of players.
oh no, bro. I'm not debating that. My debate is midfield because what I'm saying is, yeah, we needed a striker, and I know it's difficult to get a striker in January. I'm for that. It's difficult, but then when you got two excellent players who are doing well at Southampton and doing one's doing well at Strasbourg, there's your options. Go
Oh,
and
don't
bring one
go
of
there,
them
DJ.
back.
Don't go to Santos. We know
But trust me, bro.
he
Who
doesn't
would you
want to come
prefer
back,
now,
first of all.
Santos, or the other guy that we just signed recently, Mateo? Who would you prefer, Dante?
Which one? Sorry, from Southampton you're talking about? Leslie.
No, Santos, or do you prefer the guy we signed recently?
Yeah,
to
I
come
prefer,
back.
but Santos is not coming back now. It's not what was
No, he's
agreed,
not coming
and he
back.
doesn't
But
want to
no,
come
I'm just
back.
saying. No, I know that, but I'm just saying there are options in clause in contracts where you can say they can come back if they need to. Leslie's another one they could have brought back. They could have just saved
Why
some
would you
money
bring
in
him
that
back and
way.
not play any games? Leslie's not starting over Caicedo. Not even Santos is starting over Enzo Caicedo. He's not starting over them.
We got injuries in our midfield, bro. He would start.
I
He
know,
would
but they're
start
not
every game.
starting. They did sign some cover now. We've got a cover, so they did sign a bit of cover. But those players, they're not coming back,
Oh, by
TJ.
the way,
They're not. The plan was
you
not
saw
for them to
Fabrizio's
come back.
tweet, didn't you? You saw Fabrizio's tweet on a new signing, don't you? Did you see it?
No, which tweet?
Basically, he's basically said he's going to come to Chelsea for 3 months. Okay, learn, and
Correct.
they're going to send him out. They're
He's
going
going
to
to
send him to
Strasbourg.
Strasbourg.
Santos
Yeah,
is coming this way. Yes.
but whether he'll play in this, hopefully he'll play games. I hope he
He'll
does. I
play
want to see what this
Conference
kid
League. He's
can
not
do.
going to play Premier League. He's not going to play
I hope he
unless
does.
we have bad injuries. But if we,
Yeah, go on.
sorry, if Caicedo goes down or Enzo
Yeah,
goes
go on.
down, then they'll recall Leslie, or they'll recall Santos as well, because they can break the contract anytime.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Yes.
I'm hoping that won't happen to our players. I don't want to see them
No,
get
exactly.
injured.
We don't want that to happen. Why would we want that to happen?
But yeah, it's all I'm basically been saying, bro. It's nothing against our manager or our players, bro. It's just I've just got a little take with Ed Barley
Yeah,
and the
but
two
I don't
directors.
think they're doing anything wrong in that situation, and I think Tobago would
No.
agree that Santos is better off staying at Strasbourg at the moment. What do you think, Tobago?
You think about the Andre Santos situation?
Yes.
Yeah, as like I always complain about why we should not recall him, but at the same time, the way he's developing, there's no way they're going to recall him. He's playing every game. He's a key player. He's a
And he's
leader.
wearing the captain armband because you've been watching a lot of
Exact,
games.
He's wearing the captain arm belt, and the Liam Rusinia likes him. There's no way we're going to upset the new Strasbourg coach by recalling Andre Santos. As much as we want him personally, it's not easy. And Leslie, we are about to recall him, but the new coach
He's
made it
started
clear that
playing every game now. Yeah.
yes, he said I would like to keep Leslie Kuchuku, but if Chelsea recalls him, it's okay. But he said Leslie Kuchuku is a good player. Maybe that's why our board changed their mind about Leslie Kuchuku. But Andre Santos, no way they're going to recall him. Man, he's doing very well. And at Chelsea, for example, TJ, as much as we want Santos, at Chelsea, there's no way he's going to play ahead of Enzo and Moses Caicedo. That means he's going to be on
Exactly.
the bench. That's another issue that
No,
we're having.
I'm not saying that, bro. Like I said
Even
to you
ahead of
guys,
Lavia, I think. I don't think he starts ahead of Lavia either.
no, but we don't know how long Lavia is out for. I mean, I know Maresca said he's still some time off. But like I said to you when I came on you earlier on, for me, okay, I said it already. Caicedo is a couple of knocks away from being injured. That's just my honest opinion, because the guy's going to either be burnt out or he's going to get a kick and he's going to be out.
But that seems
Okay,
to be
and then we're going to be
thing
done.
for every club every season. They all play. All the best players play
But
continuously.
they got covered.
It
And most of
happens
the
every
clubs have got
season.
cover though, bro. Most of the cover players have all got cover there. You know, they've got players that will come in.
Rodri got
You know,
injured. Man City didn't have cover for Rodri.
well, they've gone and brought
If
some other
Salah goes
players in
down,
now,
what
but
cover did they have for Salah? They don't have. If
you know what, though,
Gravenberch
bro?
goes down,
Liverpool have
what
actually
cover do
done
they have? They have no cover
well.
for him.
Liverpool have actually done well with Salah with Salah not being in the team. Liverpool, for me, Liverpool
No,
this
come on, man.
season, and I don't.
He's been involved in 80%
He's been
of the
involved,
goals
he
and
has, but there's
assists.
also times when he's been left out of games. But what I'll say to you at the same time, bro, is Liverpool are on the verge of almost winning everything this season. Yeah, let's be real
But
here.
that's what
They're
I'm
in every
telling you. If
competition.
Gravenberch,
Yeah,
Tobago's got it on the screen. If Gravenberch goes out, he's a young. If he goes injured, they've got no defensive midfielder to replace him.
yeah, but they've got
They're
their
going to
academy kids
struggle.
are very good at come through, though, man. They got good
Okay,
academy kids that come
academy
through.
kids. Okay.
Now,
What they do?
It's not
I
the
think,
same.
but I think Ryan Gravenberch is the most key player for Liverpool. The way they
100%
play,
is the most key player.
He
this
is. He's
guy is
an
so
excellent
key.
player, man.
Him and Salah
But
for me.
and yeah, him and Salah, but Andre Santos is beating him with a lot of things. Oh my god, this kid is going to be special. That's why there's no way we're going
Look
to
how many
recall him.
minutes Gravenberch has played. Look how many games he's played. He's played every
Yeah.
single game. He's played every single minute of every Premier League game. He has not had game off. What do you think
Apart
if he
from-
goes down? It's exactly the same thing.
I
The
don't know
top
how he's
players,
doing it though. They just seem to be staying injury free, don't they? They don't seem to get injuries, do they? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I
but
said. If he gets
ah,
injured, watch Liverpool start losing. Maybe Arsenal will catch up. But I'm just saying they're an injury away because look how many minutes he's played, and Santos has played every minute as well for Strasbourg, basically. And look how much Gravenberch has played.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like you said, I think the only thing that we should have done, but Juventus said no to get Luis,
Douglas
Douglas
Luiz,
Luis
yeah.
on loan for 6 months. But unfortunately, Juventus said no. They wanted a
I
permanent
think the
sale.
player would say no as well to Bega, to be honest. Again, why would he come and not start? He's not going to come and start over, again, Enzo, Caicedo. Why would he come on loan and not start? I don't. That's what I mean. You're not just going to get anyone. And that's why they signed the young guy, because at least it's some cover and they had him high on the scout boards. Not just him.
Yeah.
A lot of top clubs had him. And they're just like, let's just get him now early. At least he's going to come in, 6 months, get used to a bit of the Premier League. But he will go Strasbourg, yeah, for Santos. That'll be the swap, like DJ said.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like you said, hopefully.
But he's
The
cover.
only
He's
thing
a bit
that
of cover at least. You play him a little bit. He'll play a bit in the Conference League here and there, and that's what we needed, a little bit of cover. But if something really bad happens to Caicedo, like a long-term injury, and Enzo as well, then watch them. They will call Andre Santos because they'll have no choice. You're going to have to break that contract, and he's going to have to come because you have no choice. You have to. But unfortunately, that's like I keep saying to DJ, that's every club. Gravenberch, if he goes down, like Rodri went, there's so many clubs that rely on these players, but they don't have the cover. It's just injuries are a very big part of the game, but you can't have that many good players
yeah,
in one position. It just doesn't happen these days because the players they're too prima donnas. The players that don't like it. As soon as you saw like Felix, we talked about
E-
Felix, Vega, all
even
these players. As they don't play a little bit
Casade,
enough and then complain, they're out of here. They want to go.
even Casade, and like you saw the reports that Enzo Maresca wanted
Even
to
him, yeah.
keep Casade at Chelsea, but Casade said he wants to get
No,
game time, which
exactly.
which that we can't force the player to stay at Chelsea. I
Exactly.
like
Yeah, you can't force them to
as much
stay.
as I want as much as I wanted us to keep Jao Felix, you name them, players that went on loan. At the same time, it's not a good thing to keep unhappy player at the dressing room because every time we lose the game, it's going to affect a lot of players, especially those who are not playing. So it's a bad influence in the dressing room. Rather them, loan them out or sell them. It's okay. It's okay.
And we did
But at
have
the
that
same
bad run. You don't know if that, even though it's a little small percentage but that little 2%,
yeah.
1%, 2% can count a lot in modern, at the top level. So now they're gone, and all of a sudden we'll see what happens. But yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, DJ players, these modern football, it doesn't matter how long their contract is or whatever it is, they always have power, and they have quite a bit of power because as soon as they say, I don't want to be here, clubs do not keep them because it doesn't matter what club it is, how big a club, how small, they do not keep them because there's no point keeping them. It's just not viable for the team financially. It's just not viable to keep them, and they always work. And unfortunately, the players do have too much power. They do, but it is what it is. It's how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, like with this kid, Viega, as much as he wanted to play as a left center back, but at the same time, we signed him to play as a left back. Now he got the taste of playing as a left center back for Portugal. He turns his head around and he wants to play as a left center back. Nothing to do with the sporting directors or the coach. So we
yeah, but
had
did
to
you
let him
hear?
go.
Yeah, but did you hear
So,
what he said in his in? Did you hear? Did you hear what he
exactly,
had to say? But did you actually hear? Did you actually hear what he said in his interview there for Juventus when he
exactly.
went to Juventus? He goes,
Yes.
he's like, he goes, he's willing to play in any position the manager puts him in.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
mean. They're full of shit, these players as well.
so basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So, well, that's what I'm trying to say. Even though he was causing those problems, if he's going around to Juventus saying he'll play in any position, then you make it. Why make it awkward at Chelsea then for? At the end of the day, you're going to Juventus and telling the whole world, "Oh yeah, put me in any position."
Get in front of the media, these players become
Yeah.
robots.
I don't know, bro. Some
tries
of
to
them,
tell
yeah,
them what to
some I do
say.
remember.
They know how to answer every question,
And
and they answer the same way all the
I don't know if
questions.
they get told to, but I don't know if they get told what to say all the
They
time.
do,
But
they
Yeah,
do.
some of
Watch,
them come
look.
at their own opinions.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of them do, especially like Vega. He would have 100%. Juventus have, the media guys. If they ask you this question, and watch Vega interview for Basel, watch for Chelsea, watch for Juventus. He said the same thing exactly at all for interviews.
And did you also hear what AC Milan's boss said about João Felix? He basically, owner basically said, "Oh, we got a very good relationship with Chelsea. We might, so
Yes.
we can even get him without no obligation."
Yeah, right.
So I mean, you don't
One
know. I mean,
thing that
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
One
trying
thing
to
I'm
say
sure
that,
even you can agree, DJ, our owners are businessmen. They're very good at business, and they will not lose money.
yeah,
no, that's one thing. Is that's the thing. That's the one thing they're there. Yeah, to make a profit. Yeah, I'll give them that much. Yeah, to make money. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they won't do that. They'd be stupid if they were to let João Felix just go. I mean, without putting any kind of. It's supposed to be
They don't
60
get
million
like
outright to
maybe
buy him.
they don't get 40 million because I think it's come down. We signed him for 50, but it's already like you're in profit if it's 40 million as well. If you sell him, you're already in profit. So if it's anything, I think by the end of the season, even if it's 35, 36, then you're still in profit or something like that. So they will sell João Felix if the AC Milan want it for 40 million. I don't see them selling him less than that.
yeah. And then
Let's see, guys.
this,
As I said, you guys have got your take. I mean, as I said, they still got to prove me wrong. And I said until they do that, I will still doubt what they're doing at this moment in time. I mean, I can understand the project and stuff,
Yeah, but DJ, sorry to go on again. So do you think?
Hello, Dante, you there?
yeah, we lost that there again. Oh, Gandhi,
It's
can you
cut.
please
Sorry, can you
rephrase
hear me,
what you
DJ?
said
Sorry.
because
You
you had you
completely
kind
cut,
of
bro. I
yeah.
can hear
Cut
you now.
out.
Go
Yeah,
on.
sorry guys. My internet connection. DJ, do you think that these owners are just here to strip the club and assets and make money on Chelsea? Do you think the same thing like most of Minerals and all the other ones that think they're just here to make money and they don't care
Well,
about winning at all?
See, my view on things are in terms of what they've done in their space of time. I mean, when they first came to Chelsea Football Club, the first thing they turned around and said is, "We're not going to do what we like the old ownership. We're not going to sack managers left, right, and centre." I think we've gone through our fifth manager since they've come to
Yeah.
Chelsea. All right, so they've not really cut that out, really. So that's still on the agenda. Thirdly, they brought in a
No, that they've got wrong.
okay.
I've been full on to
They
that one.
then brought in then when they finally then they go and obviously then I'll tell you how it all worked. They go and first of all go and sack our most successful manager in our history with Thomas Tuchel. Regardless of everyone wants to say about him, he was still our most successful manager in terms of what he won with us. Okay, all right. In terms of that, they then go and bring in a guy who's completely nowhere near his grade in Graham Potter, who's just who used to call Harry Potter, who just comes into the football club to wave his little magic wand to say, "Yeah, I'm here to make it all magic here." Right? Yeah, not happened. Right? He was then sacked after whatever long period.
Yeah,
Bring in Frank Lampard.
it
Bring
depends
in
how you
Frank
look at it.
Lampard just to get the fans back on side again. You know, bring Lampard in, an old legend. Bring him to the football club. Let him steady the ship. You know, and then they go and get flipping. Then they go and
No,
bring in.
that was only 8 games,
Bro, but
DJ. He
still,
was never
I
going to
know
be
that, I
coach.
know
We
that. But
know
I'm just
that.
saying he came in just to study because they knew by that time the fans were going against him over that anyway for bringing him back for bringing in Potter in the first place. And then finally,
I think he was just the only one available that was willing to take
and
just
then,
a quick 8 games.
and he's doing well
You
at
normally get
Coventry, by the
anyone
way.
in.
Big up to Frank Lampard, but he's doing very well at Coventry at the moment. And
He is
the one thing
actually.
I will say that then the worst one of all is you go and bring in a manager that the fans can't stand each other in Pochettino, right? That everyone would have known. No one would have liked this guy coming to Chelsea because of the history of the two clubs. But what are they going to do?
And by the end of the season,
But then
every Chelsea, half the base loved him. I
the
don't
only
I don't
good thing, the
understand
only
that
good
one,
thing
but
he
anyway.
did for us, he finished sixth. I mean, and look, and I was and then obviously we brought Maresca in on a 5-year contract, yeah, which I'm happy about, and hope he. I just want him to back him.
But you're not answering my
Yeah,
question,
they're
DJ.
gone.
That's got nothing to do. You answer my question. Do you think they don't care about winning and they're just here
Well,
to
I'll
make
be honest
money?
with you. At this moment in time, from what I'm seeing at this moment in time, yes, I don't think they do care at the moment about winning. At this
Okay.
moment in time,
What do you think about the
oh,
women? What
women
they
have
did
been
to the
brilliant.
women?
I mean, come on, the women. That's the only shout. That's
So
the only shout I've got at the moment.
So why are they breaking transfer records for the women and keeping them for winning for a very long
Because
time?
there's
Why
not.
why
Let's
aren't
be
they
real,
stripping them
bro.
down? And
If you want to put the two games together, there's not much. There's not really much in the ladies' game, bruv. That's going to start picking up very soon. So for them, getting it all when
it's
it's
still
big, it's
pretty
big,
big.
it
It's
is big,
biggest
bro.
it's
It's
ever
big.
been.
But what I'm
It's
saying
very
is
big.
if they can go and win now at the ladies' team, which is what they're going to do, I think under under Bombasta, where they're doing very well, by the way. Okay, that's the only shining light at the moment. I'm saying
That's what I'm
they're
trying to
doing
tell
well
you.
for that point.
They wouldn't have signed Sonia Bombasta. She was the number one
Yeah, yeah,
coach in the
yeah.
world.
They'll do that
And
all now, but then
they
later
wouldn't have
on, as I
signed
keep
her if
saying,
they
but,
didn't
but
want to
if you
win.
think about it, the men's game and the women's game, what's there to more make money into? There's more to make money into the men's game, isn't it? Less than the women's game. So whatever they bring into the women's game, whatever top players they bring in there, okay, it's not, you know, but they know the team is there ready to win. Because you're not going to break up that team that Emma Hayes done before Bombasta came in there.
Do they care about
Yeah,
winning?
because it's
Yes, they
well,
do.
on the
They just proved that.
on the
You saw
men's
that they
team,
care
well,
about
the
winning.
women's team though have just carried off where they left off under MAs. So it doesn't really matter. That
Yeah, but
mentality is still
they probably wouldn't have
there. And if you think
DJ.
about it, Dante, a lot of those Chelsea women, let me
Yeah, but why did they invest so
let
much
me
money
finish,
into it?
bro. A lot of those ladies' plays are still there. The experienced plays are still there. Yeah. Where's
Yeah,
our
a lot of
experienced
left.
plays at
Quite a
Chelsea,
few
bruv?
left. Some are
Where
there,
are they
yeah.
all gone? They all got kicked
Yeah.
out of the football club and sold on. Yeah.
Which
I didn't want
everyone
it.
wanted, by the way.
I didn't
Probably
want
eight
it. You think I wanted to
fan
see
base
Kante
wanted that.
leave? You think I wanted to see Jorginho leave?
Oh,
Kovacic leave?
Kante doesn't matter.
Even
Of course, Kante's going to leave. Are you kidding me? Are
Koulibaly
you
I
kidding
didn't
me?
want to see go because of the experience that we need to come in there. All I'm basically saying is, bro, right? Yeah, I mean,
They
I know you want
wanted to
to.
leave, DJ. There's a big difference.
I don't know if they all wanted to leave, bro. Kante did not want
What
to
do you mean?
leave.
Kante
Let's
got
be real here.
800,000 a week. How did he not want to leave?
No, he didn't want to leave Chelsea in the
Koulibaly got
first place, but
300K.
only because he was more or less to go, bruv. He had to go in the end.
Koulibaly
Yeah, he
got
went in the end.
450K
Okay, then tell
a
me.
week,
Okay, then, bro, tell
tax
me one
free.
thing.
What do you
Then
mean they didn't want to leave?
why did Todd Bowley make his? Why did Todd Bowley go all the way to the Saudi just to have a deal with them with all the clubs there, so they get all our players to take all our players literally.
Because
Yeah, before they
it was
start
a
them.
loophole again that we
Well,
first
that's what I'm
got
trying to
that loop.
say, bro. But then if they really thought about winning, they'll be saying to how I look at it, and I guess
Well,
we
we
look
were
at it two
never going to
different
win
ways,
with those
bruv.
players, DJ. We all knew that.
But
Everyone
we
wanted
no,
those players
but
out. We all wanted a
Dante,
fresh new
my
team.
point is, bro, I didn't want all of them out. You could have kept some experienced heads there. That's my point. If they're on contracts, as we just stated, yeah,
Don't worry about
okay,
the
you don't just
contract.
let them
Contracts
go.
mean shit all these days. They don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I don't mean shit all, bruv, but if they really wanted to make them stay, they could have said, look, we need you for experience here. Thomas Tuchel is now gone. You're the one to bring in the next sort of kids we're going to be bringing to this football club. Let's see what we can do with this. That's my
Okay,
point.
you were against that. I understand that some people were. I wasn't. I wanted a complete rebuild. I think that we needed that, so I was happy with it. I didn't mind. I'm okay with it. We needed a rebuild, 100%. I think we needed a complete rebuild, and unfortunately, the PSR came in. Unfortunately, as well, and I think that changed a lot. That changed a lot of things.
No,
The
that
PSR.
also played a huge part in it as well. Of course, that did play a huge part in it.
Yeah,
As
so
I'm
that
not going to
people
say
keep
it
forgetting
didn't.
that PSR played a massive
No, it
role,
did play a
and we're
part,
a
but
bit of
it's
ahead
still,
of the curve with that one.
no, but we could have probably still kept some players there to help out within the team. We kept Thiago Silva, which was great, right? We kept him along, yeah.
Yeah, we
But there
kept
were
him
others I
along.
thought we could. I mean, I thought we could have kept maybe others in there to give
But they didn't
experience.
want to stay,
Just
DJ.
experience.
That's the ones that left did not want to stay. Mount did not want to stay.
I didn't care.
Havertz did not want to stay. They did not want to
I know Havertz
stay.
and Mount, but I for one don't think. I personally don't think the likes of me was. I mean, again, you want to go by PR and all that PR stunt and all that. I don't think Kante wanted to go. He only went because the money was good. He went there. I bet you any money he would have stayed if they asked him to. Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
just
no.
my because
Kante's
that's
come
the
in
kind
an
of play he
interview and
is.
said, DJ, he said there's no way he could have stayed because
Did you read? Did you actually
the
put the
life
reason?
changing for his the next 10 generations of his family. There's no way he could have stayed. Do you
I
know
don't
how
think
much
he.
Kante got?
Yeah, I know how much he got. I know how
All
much he
tax
got.
free as well, by the way. Don't forget
Oh yeah, of
that's people like
course.
1.5 billion a year.
But I'm just saying. All I'm saying, not all the players wanted to go. Dante, not a lot of it was all nonsense that was just spoken out about the players. Not all of them wanted to go, and I
Oh,
think
they
this is
did
where
want
all
to go
the
because they were greedy.
I just
They
think
went for the
some
money, DJ.
I
It's all
just
about the
think some
money.
I just think some of the fans are just using that, to say,
Business.
players wanted to go, they wanted to go, they want to leave the football club now that they've won everything, they want to get out. I think it was just an easy thing to do, but again, for me, how I look at the situation
No,
is
I
you could
actually
have
think
kept your
they would have
experienced
kept
players.
Mount and Havertz, DJ. They were the right age profile, but they didn't want to stay.
I know Mount didn't want to stay. Don't know about Havertz though,
What do you
but
mean?
Mount, I know
Havertz didn't want to
Mount.
stay. They didn't want to stay. Why would? Can't you see the way they are? The type of characters they are. They want to go and play for Arsenal, and he doesn't care that he wanted the big salary. He didn't care, and he just didn't give a shit. It was Arsenal. He had no respect for
Well,
Chelsea
to be
anyway.
fair,
Did
a
you
lot
see
of
when
the
he
fa- to be
scored? You can tell
yeah,
what
but
type of character
to
he
be
is.
fair, a lot of the fans didn't have respect for him either. To be fair, they were calling him a donkey every time. So more or
Yeah, a
less,
lot
so it
of
was
did,
more or less like
a
that.
a lot did, and a lot
So in
didn't.
that kind of like way,
But
you don't blame a player for leaving for that reason. So if you're going to throw that
yeah,
one in there,
yeah, yeah.
but I'm just saying, look,
Yeah,
Okay, but anyways, okay. I just wanted to get clear. I kind of knew the answer anyway, but you think that along those lines, that you think they're just here to make money and they don't care about Chelsea at all.
well, at this moment in time, it's proving that way.
Okay.
As I said to you, Dante, they got a chance to prove me wrong. I've said it already.
No, but you had this mentality from the start. You
Well, because
said.
they've not done anything to prove me wrong at the moment, bro. I'm being real with you. They haven't. They haven't done anything for me to
Okay.
prove me wrong. Look where look our positions in the league at the moment, man. If we missed out on Champions League this season, you're happy as a fan to miss out on Champions League for a third year running. Is that how Chelsea football?
The season's
I'm
not
just
finished,
saying,
DJ.
bro, if we were to, I'm just saying to you, bro, if we were to, would you be happy that Chelsea, your football club that we love so much, is going to be at the Champions League for another third year running? Can we really afford to? Can we
No, I
really
wouldn't
afford
be
that?
happy. But if we finish fifth and we still get Champions League,
If we,
I'm okay with
that's
that.
again, that's comes down to. I do believe that comes down to.
And even if we do finish fifth by say 1 point, 2 points, it's really close, and we just miss out. I'm still okay with that because I see progress. I still see quite a lot of progress, so I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
but I
As
can't.
long as we don't finish worse than last year, then
Bro,
that's
this is a
different.
team that's not won a
But
Premiership
if there's
title since
progress,
we haven't won. We haven't won the league since 2017 for one. Right, we won the Champions League in 2021.
exactly.
We've been out of it now for what? Coming up to well, 2 years at the moment. It's gonna be 3 years in a row if we don't make it this season.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, in that kind of like
you
way,
said
it is.
you as a fan went through the bad times as well. Why don't
Yeah, bro,
you? So
I do
what
because
does it
at
matter?
the moment, because at the moment, right, bro, the reason I am going through the bad times with them, but they've got for me, they've got to do as I keep saying, and I will see if we were to say make it to the Champions League this season, I'll say that is
Yeah,
progress in itself. Yeah, then I can start
it's
saying, yeah, I
progress.
have a rough idea.
100% it's
I have a
progress.
rough idea of what these owners are trying to do. But if we
Mhm.
don't, yeah, then I'm going to have a look around and say, did you really back Maresca enough this season? Did you give him the plays that he wanted? Did you really out there? Or is he just trying to put on a PR happy face to tell you guys, yeah, I'm happy with the business that we've done, but really deep down, he's probably
Nah,
gone and
Maresca
told the
wouldn't
owners
do
what he
that.
really wants. But I'm
He
just
tells the
saying,
truth. You
bro.
can tell he
But for
tells the
me,
truth.
bro, did they back him enough? That's the question I'll ask. Yeah,
Could they have backed
that's a
him as well?
could
We
have
don't
backed
know.
him enough. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying
we
to
don't know if
say.
they could have backed him, DJ.
Yeah.
We don't know. You don't
Either
know their
way, bro.
accounts.
Either way.
You don't know
We
PSR. You
don't
don't
know
know
the
what's happening.
situation. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's just
Whatever.
speculation. We don't know if they could have backed him. We don't know how much they could have backed him. They did try.
yeah,
They did come out saying they
yeah,
tried,
guys.
but they
Anyway.
couldn't do it.
Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, we wait till the end of the season and
Yeah, we'll
then
see.
we see. But I just don't like this mentality that a lot of fans had from the start, from day one. It was they already made their mind up from day one. I
Yeah,
just don't
but
like that because you're not giving him a go. You're not giving anyone a go.
Because
And as
I
soon
guess
as we
why I
lose
got
4 games, we lost. So we didn't lose because
bro,
we drew a
because
couple.
the reason shall I tell you why I got a
Everyone,
bit vexed? Because everyone was so happy to go against Roman Abramovich so quickly the minute they came into this football club. Everyone went
no
straight
one
away
went
against
against
Roman.
Roman. Who went against
Oh,
Roman
have you done
Abramovich?
this? He brought minus to the football club. He did this and he did that. People forget he put the 1.5
No,
million debt
come
that
on,
he
DJ.
paid.
Everybody
A
loves
lot of
Roman
fans of him,
Abramovich.
man. A lot of people were
Everybody
going
loves
against
Roman
him.
Abramovich. Every Chelsea fan loves Roman
Yeah.
Abramovich.
So anyway, let's say to the end of the season, bro. Or wait till then.
yeah, I think what we can do is judge everything at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also, yeah,
Respect you though,
also,
Dante, bruv. It's just a conversation, bruv.
I
Nothing
respect you
bad.
too, bro. No
Respect,
problem.
yeah,
bruv.
Just
yeah, and
just
then
having a
I
discussion. That's all.
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoy the conversation. Like I said, to be honest, I know Dante got his opinion about this. Personally, I think we should have added a striker at least to a squad in the January transfer window, because we saw that we are making a lot of crosses. Jackson can header them. Only Marco Corella will head those chances, but Jackson is nowhere to be found every time we make those crosses. And we are going to play
Yeah.
in the same way because we have
100% we need. Yeah, I agree with the striker. I said that too. But
Yeah, and
I'm
they
just
wanted to
saying,
drop, and they were ready to drop 60 million on Garnacho. I mean, what are we doing here?
but we don't know.
You know what I'm
exactly.
Again,
saying?
EJ, do we know that that's
Well, it was
true?
actually it was true because
We don't know
a
this
lot
is
of the
true.
people, a lot of the tier one journalists came out and said it, bro. It's not lies. Fabrizio said it.
They said there's
Toomey said
interest.
it.
They said we inquired about him, but no one said prices
Yeah.
or anything like that. It was
No,
all
what's it? No,
speculation.
Fabrizio brought out the
No,
60
no,
million, bruv.
yes, I think there is
He did it on his
Yes,
podcast on YouTube
but
channel.
it's speculation. That's what he thought would take to get Garnacho from Manchester
also
United.
also
That's all it
What
also
you're
was.
telling me
Dante,
though, they had money to spend, bro, for January. That's what I'm saying. Sorry.
exact and
Go on,
also
Rebecca.
But they would have signed him if they wanted him. But they
no,
haven't
no,
signed
the
him, did
reason
they?
why
So
they haven't signed him is because Manchester United 170 million or nothing. That's why most of Napoli, even Chelsea, didn't make
Thank
a
God.
bid for him. They
Thank
wanted
God for that.
70.
look, I think Chelsea inquired about him because they heard he might want. He's the right profile. He's the right age. He's the type of kind of winger we kind of need. A more direct guy that shoots, that goes. We actually need his profile. It would help. I don't like the player that much, but I can see why they would be looking at him. And they inquired. And you know what happens when it's a dry January window and the reporters don't have nothing? If they hear someone inquires about someone, they make it the biggest story. That's how journalism works these days. It's all over the place.
Yeah,
There was nothing else happening. There was absolutely nothing else happening, and that was the only story happening.
Yeah, there was.
So they made a big deal. They never once said we want him. This is the price. This is the even. It would probably take around 60 million pounds to Manchester United to even think about it. But that's just hearsay. That's just it's nothing concrete. There's
yeah,
nothing really
yeah.
concrete to
And
it.
then,
We
Rich
just
and I
inquired with
Moneymakers, that's an
many
interesting
players.
comment.
and I agree
Well,
with rich money makers
he's got
comment about
contacts. He said a lot about him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
go on.
because
I don't know about that, but
but also in terms of a striker, I think we wanted Samu, we wanted Danduran. We didn't get both deals on. Unfortunately, Danduran was expensive. Sam was close. We couldn't reach an agreement because of the image right and everything, and he went to
correct.
Porto.
Yeah, we were after him.
Yes, and then, but again,
And
that
now,
we should have went, and then we went for Victor Osimhen, and then we offer him a small 100 million for salary, which is disrespectful after aiming for over 200 and something million at Napoli. So overall, I think our sporting director sometimes they need to make sure that everything they do benefit their team. There's no way, like after last season, Jackson was doing very well, but again, most of the games he was missed chance for fun. This season, we should have made a striker one of our main priority, and we fall into the hands of this John Felix agent by getting him and neglect the striker situation, which I don't like that what we did. Maybe the sporting directors were overpowered by the owners. That was nonsense. We should have get a striker because now Jackson, if Jackson, for example, getting injured, what will happen to us? What will happen? What will happen, Dante and then
yeah, we talked
DJ?
about this earlier. We did say that probably Palmer can play that false nine and Kunku can play there, obviously. That's pretty much it. There's no other. Unfortunately, Gay is injured. Fofana is back as well.
Yeah,
He's injured
I think
for another couple of weeks, I think, mid-February.
yeah,
But he's back as well. So people are forgetting that we do have a striker back as well, Datra Fofana, an extra
yeah,
striker. So he's there as well. So look, there is some options. Not what we wanted,
yeah.
but like I keep saying, don't believe everything you hear in the news and the thing, because a lot of it is bullshit and they just make stuff up. I don't believe it. I've seen it firsthand how it's all misleading. A lot of it, it's just stories. It's a lot of it is not true. So until you see stuff happen, you don't know. You just don't know these days. It's all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. So, anything else you like to add before we wrap it up? Because I said that, and you guys had a fantastic topic,
Oh
which
no, 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 nothing else for me to add, bro.
Dante.
Rich money makers. Bring that comment up. The last comment there.
It says my sources are very close to the club, and that's the truth. Sorry, Dante. The sporting directors have
Sounds
too
about right.
much power, and sporting directors don't like the other ways. No.
No, I don't agree with that one. There's no way they have more power than. Yes, they have power because, of course, the sporting directors. They have the power over transfers and everything, but the ultimate decisions and that is not. They don't
Yeah,
make. They don't have
it's
the
the
full power
chairman.
to make
But
It's
did
the
you
decisions.
chairman.
did you see the comment before that by Money Rich Makers about Garnacho, that they wanted Garnacho?
Which one? Let me check.
I think that was one. I think you saw that on there, and but they found it. They said it was too
Our
expensive,
sporting
but they wanted.
directors.
Yeah, but they wanted him. But
That one, yeah, that one.
did Maresca want him? That's the question. I
And
don't think
also,
Maresca wanted him.
and
It's
also
I don't
all a
think
another
Maresca
thing.
question,
wanted
DJ.
him.
I'm even questioning rich money makers. I don't know who's he got or if he's got anyone in the club. We're just going by what he's saying, but how do we know? We don't
And
know this is true or not.
and also another thing with Ganacho, I said it before. I was upset because we had Terry George here there. Why we buy another young winger?
Exactly.
Why
You
we
don't need to do
promote
that. You got
we,
Tarek
we,
George
pro-
there.
we
Exactly.
we just promoted George to play that role because Misha is
Exactly. So it
7 years
doesn't make sense. But
security.
did we sign Garnacho? We did not sign Garnacho.
No, 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 no,
So
no.
what
But
does that tell
no,
you?
no, it's not that. No, we didn't sign him. We didn't sign him. I get that, bro. Okay, you got a point there. We didn't sign Garnacho, but the bottom line is, why go for a profile like that in the first place when you know you're trying to integrate Tarek George into the team? It just doesn't make sense.
And that makes sense.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
bro.
agree.
Exactly. That's why it doesn't make
But then,
sense.
as I said, he has got. I mean, he's got things right, Leighton, from there, because he has got contacts in there. And a lot of the stuff he's actually said has actually come out in fruition, because a lot of it's been mentioned afterwards. So he's not like he's telling any fibs. I'm not saying everything he says is correct, but most of the stuff he says in it is right. And I heard from the very beginning the directors wanted Garnacho, and I thought, well, if you guys want him, but have you actually asked if Maresca wants him? Because I don't think he's a kind of
Have you
profile.
seen the sporting directors say anywhere that they wanted Garnacho? Have you seen a quote from them saying that we want Garnacho?
Well, there was something on it. There was something on it. Yeah, I can't remember where it was. It was actually on. Who was it that brought it out? Is it Simon Phillips? Simon Phillips that came out and said something like that. I can't remember which tweet it was on, but he definitely put it on it.
Simon Phillips is another hater. He's
He's not
another
a hater,
hater. I
bro.
don't
He
listen to
actually
him.
is for the. He's actually for them, bro. He's just some of the things just late. He's been
He's a
reported.
hater. Look at his
Because
Twitter feed. Look at
I
his
don't
Twitter
think he's
feed.
a.
He's a hater. He
Yeah,
hates the
my
American team.
only my my my
Listening to some
my only issue
rubbish. I'm not
with
listening to a guy. He's not objective at all. So
yeah, that's my issue with
that,
Simon
I
Phillips.
can't listen to you
It's
as a
not
journalist if you're not objective at all.
exactly that's why that's my issue with Simon Phillips. Sometimes he takes side. For example, if for example maybe I'm gonna say that maybe Pius something say something like this, he go with that thing. When we're winning something, say something positive, he goes with that thing. I think
Exactly.
he
He's not
must
objective.
just
He's
raise his raise his own opinion, just like this DJ Seth is saying that he's going to say his opinion no matter what Pies, Simon, Dodges, everyone
exactly.
is saying. Say your own opinion. Don't listen to what people are saying because at the end of the day, you're going to confuse your followers. So you need to be objective.
And that's
Whatever
happened a
you
lot.
say,
Unfortunately, it happens a lot these days because these journalists, a lot of them are not real journalists.
exactly. So that's my issue with Simon Jackson. And at the end of the day, we always knew that we're going to have a rough patch under Enzo Maresca. So
Of course
we
we did,
just
yeah.
needed to be emotional ready. At the end of the day, we are still not far from the top four. Yes, at the moment we're on the top four, but again, we are still not far. So hopefully we can get that pace secured. Hopefully, guys. So let's not rule everything out while the season is still on. And then Richmond Mika
Yep.
says very good points at Christian Sunday. Says Simon Phillips very trusted source, but doesn't change his objective on the club. You're right.
Exactly.
That's
You
the
can't
issue.
take a journalist seriously when he's just putting out his opinions.
Exactly. Look at how Fabrizio Romano, David Austin, everything they talk, they won't even think about their opinions. They're just gonna talk about the situation of the club and everything. So yeah, at the end of the day, even that's why I like Dodges. Dodges raises his opinion, but again, you won't see him talking negative about the sporting directors, the owners, and everything. That's what I like about
Exactly. Yeah.
Dodges.
No. People probably think that
So
he's a brown envelope or something, but if you're a real journalist and that, you have to be objective. That's how you have to be. You can't go and blah blah blah. Then I'm not taking anything seriously after that as a journalist because you're very objective. You're not. You know you can't take what they say seriously if they're going to be like that. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. That's how I look at it. Other people might think differently, but I don't trust any of those. If these days, if I don't see direct quotes from players or from the coach or from the ownership or from the sporting directors, I do not believe none of it because I know how it is. It's all rubbish. It's all bullshit, especially on Twitter and all these. There's a lot of people with a lot of followers and they're not even journalists. It's just their own opinions. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that follow that and they believe it, but you can take it with a grain of salt. It's up to you how how
yeah.
you want to take it, but you can't believe anything these days until you see actual quotes that them actually saying it and quoting.
Everything is just a speculation. So overall, guys, I thank you very much for the lovely 2 hours, and then hopefully we can talk more about Chelsea tomorrow before the game, and then after the game. And so
We better not
DJ,
lose now, DJ.
yeah, I better not lose.
What's
So
We
that?
better not
thank
lose now
We go.
tomorrow.
No. We can't lose tomorrow, man.
yeah.
That'd be
So
embarrassing if we
thank
lose tomorrow.
so thank you, Dante, for coming. DJ, thank you. Also, yeah, Ty, Richie Money Makers. Appreciate it, guys. Up the channels. If you haven't subscribed to the
Up the
channel,
chairs.
make sure you subscribe, guys. Up the channels.
Up the
Cheers.
Big
chairs,
up,
bro.
guys. Take care.
Thanks very much. Big up, guys. Big up. Take care. See
Cheers.
ya.